It's not the transfer window. However, there was an indie bumper earlier as Liverpool have been linked with a move for Baleba. We sit here and we discuss.
Oh, shoot. All right, let me take over. Right, he's going to say, we're going to sit here and discuss what's going on with Baleba. Is anything happening? Not only that, we're going to speak about Slot's tactics. Are they actually working? Is there an issue? And thirdly, apparently, the defender that we've been chasing all summer, now, reportedly, we might be up for a fight because reportedly, Man City are involved. People, sit back, relax. Cow, I'm sure, will be back. It's Team Kopish, Monday night show. Let's get into this, people.
Hi, this is Jordan Henderson, and you're watching Team Kopish.
See, now you're tuning in. It's the main free back again. Ripping LFC till the end, so go on tell a friend. If they rockin' red, they're a 10 champions. We the best, we come again. Kopish clean up in every region. Elevation in every season. Cal dropping all the fast match, dropping real rap and drifty quan, tell them this is that, this is that. This is Kopish. This is Kopish. Reppin' Liverpool till the end, champions, we the best, come again. This is that. This is Kopish. This is Kopish. The main free back up in your screen, real ones know this the place to be. This is Kopish.
Yeah, big up to whichever one of you pressed the intro button there. So I don't know what happened to my laptop.
No, we had to, bro. We had to. You're mute, Drift. You're mute, Drift. You're mute. Drift, you're mute.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah,
no, I said the freeze did you real dirty, man, to get you off the screen quick, bro.
Yeah, it looked kind of mad.
They always catch man in the craziest.
We had to just go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do it. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie, man. That was a good freestyle. Still,
have to do it, bro.
Boys, people. By now, you should know our sponsor is okjersey.com. Make sure you head over there for the best football shirts. £15. That's right, £15 for the best football shirts you can get, whether it's this season's, last season's, or retro kits. Head over to okjersey.com and grab yourself some kits. Boys, a lot to discuss this evening. And I had so many things planned, but obviously my laptop just did a madness, so everything's just disappeared. We have been linked with a move for Baleba. Man United were heavily linked with him in the summer. Nothing came of it because they offered, I think it was only 60 million. Brighton wanted something close to 90 million. So obviously a massive discrepancy there. Drift, I'll start with you because I believe you're probably his biggest fan out of all three of us. Baleba, not whether or not he's a good player or not, I think no one can deny that. Do you think that there's anything in these links? Do you think there's any truth to these at all? Or is it just clickbait?
I don't know, you know. I want to believe it. That's the problem, innit? It's Baleba. So I want to believe it. The Adam Wharton stuff seems a little bit more concrete than Baleba. But Indy didn't really get much wrong during the summer. I'm gonna hold on to the hope that, you know what I mean? I don't actually, you lot didn't actually have your opinion. It was more Tom that was having his opinion. I know Wharton is a brilliant passer of the ball. The way he dictated that Man City game in the cup final was excellent. So he'd be an addition to the squad without a doubt. I just feel like we've got a few players that are quite similar to him. And I like the fact that Baleba's just different. Not just because I think he's a brilliant player, but he's a powerful box-to-box midfielder who can play defensively, a little bit like what Kante and Caicedo were like, where like they can play the DM role, but they are box-to-box players. And I just think he'd bring height and strength on corners. And yeah, I just love the idea of Baleba being in the midfield. But I want something different in our midfield. I think we've got quite a little bit of similarities with like Verts and McAllister. There's some similarities in there. And then, you know what I mean? You've got like we got a lot of techie players, which I love. I just want a little bit of a brute in there. I just want a bit of strength in there, man. Somebody who, if the going gets tough, can Vieira or Gerrard our midfield a bit. I don't really know. I don't know if you lot agree with me or not, but we don't have that at the moment. We've got so much in our midfield because they're brilliant players. We don't have that Gerrard. We don't have that Keane, that Vieira. We don't have that type of guy. I just want that. You know what I mean? I want Virgil in midfield. That's basically what I want. I want a version of Virgil. And I'm not saying Baleba's as good as Virgil, but I just want to play like that in midfield. I think Baleba fits the profile.
Matt, your thoughts on what Drift had to say?
Listen, if we get Baleba, he does enhance the squad. Let's be real, because really and truly, I know people won't like me saying it, but let's say you add him, I reckon someone would have to go. And let's just say, for argument's sake, it's Endo, who doesn't really get a lot of playing time. You replace Baleba with someone like Endo, and then the manager now has a decision to make. Like, does he go Baleba and Grab? Does he go Baleba and Soboslai? Does he go Baleba and McAllister? Or do you know what I mean? Like, I think Baleba has got presence in that midfield. The only, not say issue, but the only thing I would say about Baleba is, and Drift mentioned Adam Wharton, is that I feel like Adam Wharton in our team is better offensively. I think Baleba better defensively, right? Now, we was talking about it on Hassam's show earlier on. Big up for those people that were there, yeah? I think we're going to come up against more low blocks than we are expansive teams, or be under a lot of pressure. Now, don't get me wrong. We're not the perfect team, as you can see for the start of the season. We're going to lose the ball. And someone like Baleba can just eat the ground and just tackle people. And do you know what I mean? Put in tackles and just break up play a lot quicker than, say, a McAllister, for example, right? However, when we're up against them type of Burnley type of teams where they just sit back and they don't want to attack, that's where I feel like you kind of might need an Adam Wharton, you know, because you can just say to Grav, just stay back with the two centre backs, and Wharton, you go just ahead of him, and you can kind of dictate and look for that potential key opening pass or whatever. I do feel like he enhances the squad, either one of them, but I just feel like, I'm not saying I wouldn't say no to Baleba, because I think he's a very, very good player, but I also feel like we shouldn't rule out Adam Wharton, and I'm not too sure, in my opinion, who suits us better, like I said, because if we're really trying to dominate teams with possession, maybe you go Wharton. Not saying Baleba can't do it, but maybe you go Wharton. But if you want that defensive solidity and people feel like, oh, we're a little bit light in midfield, then maybe you go Baleba. But I think that's more down to maybe McAllister's bad start again to the start of the season, where it looks very vacant, because it just seems like it's just Gravenberch in the midfield, and McAllister's kind of like can't keep up the play because he's unfit. And that's no shade of McAllister. McAllister's still cold. It's just that he's not ready. So yeah, I think one or the other, I don't mind either, to be fair. So these links to Baleba, hopefully they are true, innit?
So I don't think we have a player similar to either player, Drift, if I'm going to be honest. I don't think anyone in our squad is similar to Wharton, and I don't think anyone in our squad is similar to Baleba. But I also think they're extremely different from one another. Depending on how we're going, I think it depends on how we're going to play and who's going to partner said player is depending on who would be the better option to go and get. In an ideal world, you get both and you're laughing, but that's not going to happen. I think there are a few things with both players that are underrated, though. I think Wharton's mobility is underrated. I also think Baleba's more of a goal threat than most people realize as well, which is another way of opening the low block with long shots, because it means you've got to draw out. But Wharton's, for me, has got more decisive passing in the final third. And if you're breaking down a low block that way, in the same way Fabinho used to dink balls over the top to Sadio Mane and Salah, I think Wharton's got that in his locker as well. Plus, you also have to ask, is Wharton going to have even though I don't think he's as bad mobility-wise as some people say, is he going to have the pace to potentially trap back like Grav has to sometimes? Whereas, is Baleba going to be good enough on the ball for what we want as well? So, neither are the finished article, but they're both top talents. And for me, you kind of flip a coin, but whoever you go for, you have to make sure you have the right tactics to complement said player. Because I think Wharton's more of a dictator with his passing and his interceptions and his positional play, whereas Baleba's more of a tempo setter with his dribbling and his driving with the ball. But both excellent players. Baleba's not as tall as many people think, but he's very physical. But he's only like 5'10". He's not actually that tall at all. Wharton's actually taller.
5'11". Yeah, I think he's the same height as me. Yeah, something.
Is Wharton like 6'1"?
Wharton's about 6'1", yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's more the physicalness in it. It's the presence, man. And I think Baleba's got very good line breaking passing. It's actually underrated. If people watch Brighton closely, he does a lot of good line breaking passing. So I don't think he would be like a letdown in terms of like helping up forward progression. And like you said, Kyle, he's an excellent ball carrier. So having him and Grab in midfield would be brilliant if they played together, because both of them are so good at carrying the ball that we'd be able to break lines. And I just think, I mean, you're right. I don't mind Wharton at all. I think Wharton is such a good player. I just prefer Baleba, that style, and just being a little bit better defensively. I think we're good going forward as it is. I think it is more thinking about shoring up defense we need to think a little bit more about. But
I think if you've got a low block, though, if you're playing against a low block, I do actually think that DM does become quite important, or that midfielder, one of the midfielders becomes quite important in terms of helping to break down that low block. I speak of Fabinho because he actually helped us a lot with the low block. I think people forget he was so good defensively. People forget from an attacking standpoint, Fabinho would shoot from outside the box. He would play those incisive balls. I remember when we beat Man United 3-1 in the 18-19 season, he's the one that played that dink over the top for Mane to chest and volley it in.
that was a great pass.
Against Crystal Palace after the lockdown when we won 4-0, he's the one who dinked the pass over to Salah. When we won penalties that season, in the lockdown season, he's the one dinking passes over to Salah, and Salah's then getting clipped because he's in behind. Both players are excellent. If it's a coin flip, it genuinely is a coin flip. Matt, I'll ask you. Obviously, I drift. I know your answer is Baleba. If I had to say, Matt, you've got to pick one out of two for Liverpool, who would it be and why?
Do you know what? I just realized as well they're both left-footed, so I can't even say like, oh, we need more left-footers in the team. They're both left-footed.
That's another thing as well.
Yeah.
I do feel we need more left.
The funny thing is, both of them are very good with their right foot, so it's not even like a noticeable they're left-footed. They're both very good with both feet.
I'd say maybe I'd lean towards Wharton, only because I like the way how Wharton is like a dictator of play. Like, we haven't had that since, like you said, since Fabinho. I know we've got midfielders that try to replicate it. Like Gravenberch does it in a different way. He kind of keeps things ticking over, but Wharton can actually like play a killer pass, like from anywhere really on the pitch. And what Wharton can do as well, let's say like we're doing build up and Wharton goes to collect the ball. He's scanning, and if someone's in on goal, he will find you. Do you get what I'm saying? A bit like what I hate to say, bring up his name, but what Trent could do. Trent could do that anywhere on the pitch. I think Wharton can kind of replicate that, and I think that's something that we will need. Because what we need to understand is this year.
Oh shit, it's Matt froze.
I thought it was me again. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I just sitting there because it freezes and I'm thinking, yeah, it's just gonna reboot itself. I genuinely thought it was me. I was thinking, great.
No, it's me, bro. What is that? Yeah. It's StreamYard. I'm on the Ethernet as well, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was just me.
Can you not see me, or is it gone mad?
No, you're good.
Back,
you're
back,
good.
you're back.
Yeah,
all right, cool. So what I was.
No, they done him dirty again.
Oh,
straight away.
All right, again, it's not me. Oh, this is something else. You gotta love StreamYard, you gotta love YouTube. Innit? YouTube's been doing a madness recently. At least Matt's free frame ain't even bad, to be fair.
These are the little things that happen when you run the internet, man. You know what's really scary, bro? How much we don't realize the internet runs our life until like you're in an unfortunate circumstance where your internet goes, and then you're like, what do I do without internet?
I know, Drift, I know, bro. Trust me. I fully know the value.
Am I back now? Am I back?
Yeah.
You know, Carl, you know them ones where you realize you ain't even got an aerial in your telly. That's how much you don't even watch TV. You're like, what do I do without the internet? Like, what the fuck?
It's crazy.
Yeah. What was that? Yeah, basically what I'm saying is Wharton can unlock the defense similar to a degree, like what Trent could do, like with his passing alone from like a quarterback role. And I think that's it. I remember where I was now. We're a scary team, innit? Because of the transfer winning the players that we have, People fear us now. Hence why you're going to get more teams that will put up low blocks to try and stifle us because they're too worried about attacking. Because if they lose the ball, we can just counter them and boom, transition goals. That's what we still love to do. It's in our DNA. With Walton being one of them players to unlock a low block, I think he's better than Baleba. Although Baleba can ling off shots, though. I'm not gonna like Baleba can score goals as well. Do you know what I mean? He's got a shot in him. So, but I'm gonna slightly give the edge to.
Let me ask
Walton.
you though, Matt, based on what you're saying, even though they're different types of players in terms of their position on the field, etc., are Wirtz and McAllister not what you're talking about when you say that player who's got that intricate pass, who can do that little eye the needle? Like those two in our team already are capable of doing that. And that was kind of why we bought.
No. But the thing is, when you're up against, so when you're up against a low block here, and let's say Gravenberch gives the ball to McAllister, and like you think there's going to be a defender right on him, so McAllister might not even have time to turn. Maybe Wirtz can spin a defender, but I'm just saying, like, when you get the ball from deep and they haven't set their low block just yet, or they're about to, Walton can catch you off guard. That's what Trent used to do, because we came up against a lot of low blocks last year. But we just
the thing is, bro, I'm not even saying what you're saying is wrong, but to a certain extent, maybe this is just my understanding of the game. I think the type of playmaker that you lot are talking about in what Walton is for an expansive game or a game where teams are coming onto you. If they're deep in a low block, deep line playmaking is irrelevant.
No, it's not, Drift.
It's
even more important. So, you know, it's like it's akin to
we're in their half. We can't.
But you can still. But all right, so what it does, Drift, it allows the players to set their stall out and keep the whip, for example, and have runners beyond those people on the wide areas, because someone in the middle can get the ball and play those decisive and accurate passes. At the moment, you see all the tippy-tappy we're doing between the centre-backs and all that, because we haven't got a Walton. It's akin to having a Xabi Alonso and a Coutinho in your team. Xabi Alonso from that half space can split a defense or play that curling ball over the top, whereas Coutinho might pick up on the edge of the box, look up, see a run, and play that eye the needle pass through a 5 or 7 yard pass, whereas Xabi Alonso may play that 30-yard pass that also opens up a game as well. So having both facets allows players in and around to make better runs, more runs, and just stifles the defense even more, rather than getting the ball to defenders, getting them to tip it, tap it, or pass it around until Wirtz gets a bit of space, changes, turns around. By the time he does that, someone's on him. So it just basically doesn't allow teams to set up stall, because you can't sit too deep, because then if you do that, you've got someone like a Walton who can play pass over the top. But if then you come out too much, then you've got a Wirtz who can play pass in behind as well. It completely offsets a team's defense.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't know. In my mind, the way I'm envisioning football, those deep line playmakers are more for when they're trying to like change defense into attack, more so than you've just got all the possession and they're parked up. I don't know. That's more where I feel like a deep line playmaker becomes important. A little bit like that season when we had Gerrard there just before we left 13-14 when we nearly won the league, and he was playing that deep line playmaker role. We weren't playing teams that were camping. It was a lot of back and forward kind of teams, you know what I mean? And then that's how Gerrard was able to be so effective. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You'd probably argue that low blocks are more, shout out to Lezedi, who says it, low blocks are more nullified ball carriers. Because if Baleba picks up the ball from 40, 50 yards out, but everyone's camped in like Burnley.
Everyone's got time to set. Like,
no, 100%. But I don't want to buy Baleba for that reason. I want to buy him for the games where we will be attacked and we'll need to defend better opposition, the big teams. You know what I mean? Not the little. I think we've got enough for low block teams. We've got Wirtz, we've got McAllister, we've got Salah. I think we've got enough for low block teams in attack already, personally.
See, I think it's different. I see it the other way around.
With that, Drift, the reason why I do think I'm trying to think of an example. So remember when we played Man United, I want to say the 12-13 season, when we lost 2-1, went down to 10 men and we lost 2-1. Gerrard scored the opening goal of a left-footed volley, but Man United came back and won the game 2-1. I think Van Persie got a penalty to win the game. In that game, we went down to 10 men. Alex Ferguson brought on Paul Scholes and we went to a low block. And every time Paul Scholes got the ball, he'd get the ball from the central areas and he'd just switch it back and forth, because all that was doing is constantly moving our defense around. And then he'd randomly would play a ball in over the top, which have you sprinting back and cause confusion. That deep line playmaker can dictate but also offset a defense like that, because them passes you just can't keep on getting out to. You just can't. You burn yourself out. And then when you add in averts, then it becomes even more difficult to defend, because you might think, all right, we're going to sit a bit deeper. That playmaker might come forward and then might let off a shot, or might even just pop it to Verts, and then Verts has got a bit more time because no one's thinking of what to do next. Having a deep line playmaker in a low block it makes the world of difference. It's why we struggled without Fabinho when we were against low block, because we didn't have anyone in that team to play that pass.
We struggled with low blocks even last year, and we still had Trent. But Trent was still a big advocate for how we even managed to get some of them 1-0s at times. Because when teams, here's the thing, I remember there's times when there were goal kick, give the ball to Trent, Trent's knocking one long ball over the top to Salah before the team can even set. Salah's already on the run. Now the team have to now make their adjustments. It's stuff like that that can offset a team straight away. You're not giving them time to settle. Or he would do the diag to Diaz straight away. And then already we're in the final third, and the team now have to adjust again. Whereas when you got like a ball carrier, say like a Baleba, for example, or even a Grav, they're carrying the ball out, but maybe their passing is good, but may not be the greatest, but it's still good. That team now can just be set. Perfect example would have been like to a degree, like even Arsenal as well. We struggled to break them down at times as well. It was only towards like the second half when they were getting a little bit tired and we were moving them around a bit more. You started to see a bit more openings. Because even yesterday, if I'm being honest, I'm spoiler alert, but like, if it wasn't for that penalty, and we did get lucky with Hannibal putting his hand out, we would have all sat there and gone, oh, bro, this low block thing, man. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? Like, we just can't seem to just like get around this low block. And it's been like that for years. But what I'm saying is when you had Thiago, when you had Trent, players that could play that ball over the top from deep, it did help us. So not every game, obviously, we overcame the low block, but it definitely helped. And that's why I think Wharton might be a better fit than Baleba in that aspect.
We used to get annoyed, though, with Trent because we used to say, stop spamming.
Yeah, but spamming is different, though, to using it wisely. But think how many times you saw Salah and you were like, right, Salah's already on the break. Even if he was spamming, like it's getting the attack going straight away from A to B.
That's the team coming on to us, though. Isn't
Yeah,
it? We're talking about if they're just staying in, and I think low blocks are notoriously difficult, no matter who you are. That's the point of a low block.
Of
Team,
course.
Without being disrespectful, that no, they can't do anything but get a draw. That's why they do it, because even the Barcelonas of the world do struggle to break down 3 banks of, you know what I mean, 3 or 2 banks of 4 or whatever it is, and the team's just parked up, and they're like, it's usually width. To be fair, I think that breaks low block because the width is the only way to drag the fullback out of shape and then create gaps in between.
But that's why they're diags.
So you have to go wide to break down low blocks. But
this is what I'm saying. So you got Wharton in the center, not center circle, but Wharton picking up the ball, and he can just play a diag straight away, like instantly to the flank.
Can I say one team we've seen over the years break down low blocks is Man City. They struggled last season, and who are they missing?
Well, they've got poor wide players. Doku's playing well at the moment, but
yeah, obviously Rodri.
Wide players only work against a low block if you're able to offset the defense. Otherwise, all that's happening is those wingers might get by the first person, 2-3 other players are going to fill in and then block the cross or block the shot. Like wide, unless you're crossing the ball like a Trent, going wide doesn't do that much in a low block, because you might beat the first person, but likelihood is you're going to end up crashing into someone else because they're
that's when you've got to be intelligent, because whoever goes to back the winger, the fullback is leaving space, and space is vital in low blocks, even a little yard. So there's got to be somebody willing to take that space. And then say Frimpong, for example, let's use him. If he was like attacking the fullback, and then he gets past the fullback, and then the centre back or the midfield has to shuffle over because they've realised the danger. Whatever space they leave in our team, a McAllister or somebody like that is meant to slip into that, and then Frimpong can pull that back. there's a space that's now opened up where players had to go help another player, and they've even just a yard in a low block. A yard is a lot of space, so that's usually how you utilize. And the next time, just cross it straight away, and they don't know whether you're going to take them on a cross, and then it just causes more confusion in the back line than if you try and come centrally through it. Well, that's just my understanding. More
Remember,
so,
in a low block, though, there are usually more of their players behind the ball than our players. So let's say Burnley, we'll use Burnley as an example because we played them yesterday. They would have a bank of 5 and then maybe a bank of 4 and then one floater up top. We're not going to have the same amount of players in the same areas as them. Remember, Ibra and Virgil, for example, that's 2 players out already. So we're already at a numbers disadvantage for who. So even if there is space, they've still got more numbers there. Because we can't send Virgil or Ibra into the box and leave it 1v1 for a defender. I mean, we can, but it's extremely risky, and we're not going to do that risk because it's too risky. So they're always going to outnumber us in a low block. So you have to make the ball do the work rather than the player, because ultimately the ball can move faster than any footballer alive. So if you're making the ball do the player and then you do that, then you kill the game. It's like Rio. Rio could have continued dribbling against Kyle Walker and all that yesterday, but you just put the ball across to Frimpong and no one could do anything about it.
But if he'd have got past his fullback, could have caused confusion. You can also win penalties as well when you've got a winger that can do that wide.
Yeah, winning
Because if
penalties
he keeps taking on the fullback, then he might.
Yeah, no, 100%. Wingers are definitely key in their low block. In fact, the thing is, we have a little bit of a conundrum right now.
I was going to say, is that not more our issue with low box, that we have 2 wingers who don't take their man on? Like,
yeah,
is that more the problem with low block?
I'll tell you what, we'll get
spoiler
to
alert. We'll get to that. We'll get to that because you're right.
That's another comparison here around the midfielders. So I've got in a comparison chart, I've got Baleba, Wharton, Caicedo, and Gravenberch. I've added Gravenberch and Caicedo because, in my opinion, they're the 2 best DMs in the league right now, right? So games played, Wharton didn't play a hell of a lot of games last season because he was injured quite a lot. In terms of goal threat, it's Baleba. In terms of open play passes completed, it is Caicedo, then Liverpool's Gravenberch, and then it's Baleba, and then Crystal Palace, which kind of makes sense considering the style of play for all 3 teams. Assists goes to, or assist per 90 is Wharton. Passes attempted, completed, accuracy all go to Caicedo.
Caicedo got mad.
Long passes.
Baller, man. We should have got him.
No, we should be shocked. We tried to sign him at the end of the day.
We should have got him, man. We should have got him, man.
We tried, but
here's where it becomes key. Long passes attempted and long passes completed is Adam Wharton.
Yeah.
Long pass accuracy though is Caicedo, but again, crosses attempted.
Is it a little misleading from the Wharton point of view, where because Palace are a counter-attacking team, it is probably more likely he would attempt a long-range passing, because counter-attacking has a lot to do with long-range passing.
No, but if you also watch how he plays, he also play when they're on the attack and they've camped up, he also does play those passes from side to side as well to offset the defense, as a deep line playmaker would as well.
What's the distance to consider a long-range pass? Is it like 30 yards? Or like what is the distance to be considered?
I don't know actually what they count it as.
I think it's over 15 or 20 yards.
Okay.
Crosses attempted again is Adam Wharton. Open
Makes
play
sense.
crosses,
They got Mateta in it in the box.
Yeah, but also through balls is Adam Wharton as well. Passes in the opposition half completed and in own half is Caicedo. Forward passes though is actually Adam Wharton again. Look how many forward passes he's making. Sideways, that is Caicedo. Backwards is actually Gravenberch, which actually shocks me considering he's so progressive with the ball at his feet. Tackles made obviously is Caicedo. I'm surprised again. Gravenberch is the lowest there, but I'm also not surprised because he does intercept a lot as well.
Look at the duels contested for Baleba though, man. That's what I want, man. I want that guy in there that's just like...
So yeah, duels contested obviously is Baleba's
Yeah.
king of duels, if we're going to be honest.
Fouls from tackles attempted.
Again, take-ons, fouls won is Baleba as well. Aerial duels contested, even though he's not the tallest, he is combative and he's physical. So again, he wins out there. Ground duels won, ground duel success is him as well.
This is what I want him in the team for, man. None of the going forward stuff, just the defensive stuff.
Interceptions, though, just like I said before, Gravenberch again. Interceptions is pretty close between all of them, to be fair.
Brad's the king of interceptions, though. He's always been good at that.
In terms of yellow cards, Baleba and Caicedo are slightly more susceptible to getting yellow cards, which is quite obvious, to be fair.
Yeah, Caicedo, bro, he's a shin kicker, bro. He's always Caicedo
He's
will at least,
he
will average about 1 to 2 red cards a season, in my opinion. He will get a red card.
But look at ball
4
recovery.
pieces of shithousery again, minimum.
But you see, ball recoveries, can that also be as well, though, because you're under the you're having to defend more, you're under attack more. Does that make sense? You're having to recover the ball more. It can be seen as that, though, because think about it like this. We were a way more organized defensive team than Chelsea, so I kind of expect Caicedo to do more recovering than Gravenberch. Does that make sense?
Also, Wharton is playing in a single pivot as well.
Yeah.
So there's more onus on him, whereas Grav is partnered up. So is Caicedo, and so is Baleba a lot of the time as well.
Yeah.
Opposition. So touching the opposition box is Wharton, which surprises me. And times tackled, Baleba gets tackled a lot, but he also is more progressive with the ball as well. Ultimately, what these stats show is, in an ideal world, you'd have both Baleba and Wharton. But that's just not possible.
Let's just go splash another 200 mil, bun it.
Well, I'm going to ask you both a question, and you have to answer it. No sitting on the fence here. If you had to lose one centre midfielder, but you can bring in both, who would it be?
You say lose one centre mid?
You have to lose a centre midfielder, and it's not Endo. Don't try it, you lot. It's not Endo, and it's not Bichetic, and it's not Neoni. It's no fence sitting here. You get both Baleba and Wharton, but you've got to lose a midfielder. Who is it and why?
Unfortunately, we just wouldn't have a Scouser in our team anymore. And it burns me to say that. I love Jones, but like we would just have to have no Scouser in the team anymore.
But then what about the? Oh no, about to say the homegrown. But then if you're replacing,
well, I think Wharton's homegrown. Yeah.
But if you think Wharton and McAllister are similar, why do you want two similar players?
Well, that would be in case one's unavailable. No, I'm being real. I'm being for real.
Such a con artist.
And it would mean when we play cup games, we could still play the same style without having to. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Politician drifty. I see it, bro.
If we're doing quality, then it would be. I hate to say it, well, that would be Curtis Jones or Endo. If we're doing quality, it would be one of them two. So if we're saying they can't pick Endo, then it would be Curtis Jones. But I just think the difference is, though, is that, and I know people might disagree with this, is that you get, let's say you do get them two players in. Let's just say that like the mad thing happens that we get both of them players. Keeping them all happy will be one hell of a task. And don't get me wrong, it's called a squad, right? That's what you're supposed to do. But if we're being just that little bit realistic, I think Curtis Jones, being a Liverpool fan and going through the academy, could probably accept a slightly lesser role than those others. So even though you would maybe get rid of him, the others are going to kick up a mad stick to the point where they might even go on strike.
No, not Wharton. Not Wharton. I think.
Baleba might.
I think Wharton would be over the moon that he's got the big club move. Maybe in a year or two he might moan, but he wouldn't moan in the.
But you know what I'm gonna say though to Curtis Jones though, even though people don't rate Curtis Jones like the others, which is fair to say, yeah, he's actually the most different though out of like Wharton, Baleba, Graven, but like he's kind of different.
He's got a very unique skill set. Yeah.
Even though he frustrates, like it's part of his.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Jones is probably our best midfielder at like getting things ticking over. You know, if we literally just want the midfield to just tick over, like we did in the Newcastle, like he did in the Newcastle game, where he
Shall I
just
say-
he just got back a bit of possession and just kept.
I'll
the
be
ball
honest with you
ticking
guys.
over.
I've now got to a point where if we lose players after 2 years or 3 years, I'm comfortable now. I'm not saying I just want to lose players for the sake of it, but you know this notion of if you can't keep a player happy and all this, can't keep them happy and they want to go, let them go, and we just bring in someone else who's on the rise again. Like I don't have that fear now. Not to say that it can't go wrong, obviously, and we may end up losing some of our favorites.
It's like I say, you don't. No, there's no about favorites. You just don't see. Here's the thing: I don't even care about the favorites thing anymore. It's about not wanting to lose top players.
Yeah, but
everybody in the fan base understand. No, because hear me out quickly. Let's say you buy Wharton and Baleba, and within 2 years, one of them's leaving. You'll be like, "Yo, we just got them for 2 years," and we're gonna obviously be like, "Well, if he wants to go, we can go." That's fine. But you brought that player in for a reason because you believe he's a top player. Like when you are a top club, you want to try and keep your top players no matter what. It's the ones that are the squad players that you don't mind refreshing. You refresh them, that you refresh your squad players all the time because you know you can go and get another Endo. You can go and get another. Do you know what I'm saying?
But Matt, if we lose it, let's say Baleba is unhappy in 2 years' time, it's because he's been outperformed potentially by other players. So I can live with that. I'm comfortable.
Might be favoritism though. You know how football works. It might not even be.
Well. That's very
it could be. Well. Maybe he's not getting the game time, like, and you're like, bro, you know how cold he is, and he doesn't get to start that many games, and we're like, bro, why doesn't he get played more? And he's getting sold, and he's been sold for like half the price. That's why, like, I know you're right though. We sometimes got to get out of our heads that if one of our so-called favorite players gets sold, like that's the game's the game, innit? Like we're Liverpool, we're not.
Shall I tell you what it is, Matt? Maybe I'm completely looking at this wrong, but I just went through a summer where Rodrigo has been treated like trash and still wants to stay at Real Madrid. Like Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde, Bellingham, all these players still want to stay at Real Madrid. I'm looking to get on that wavelength. Like
100%. So we though.
Like, we're the prize. If you leave Liverpool, you're taking a downward step. Make your decision.
All right, if that's the case, then let's be more realistic then, because I don't think we get both of them. We get one if we're being realistic.
We only get both if we lose one of Matt, Grav, or Sobo.
All right, so without cheating, then you can't get rid of Endo or McAllister because they're squad players.
I'm the host, Matt. What do you mean?
What do you mean, bro?
You're trying to do this, bro.
I haven't even said anything yet. Why are you panicking? It's all right. It's all right.
As a wise man said, man like Matt once said when he was hosting, I'm the
now
host,
you're panicking. Why are you sitting forward? You're panicking. It's all right.
I'm the host. I ask the questions. That's what you say, isn't it,
bro? I'm just gonna ask this question. This is just an open question. It could be for you and Drift, or it can be for the chat. I'm just asking a question. If we had to get one player and you can't get rid of one of the so-called squad players, which player do you think would more likely be sold? Not saying that you're picking them, but if you said the club were going to pick one, who do you think the club would pick? So that I'm going to change it. So if you're not picking it, who do you think the club would go with for both of you?
As in, who would we lose?
Yeah, so say like you brought in, let's say Drift gets you get Baleba. I'm going to be real. Let's just say we don't sell Endo or Curtis Jones. Who do you think the club would go and sell, in your opinion?
Can I ask why we're counting Szoboszlai as a midfielder when he's a right back?
He's not a right back.
He's not, bro. Drift thinks he's so slick. Was he going to call him now the inverted right back midfielder? Nah, bro.
No, I actually don't.
Do you know? I'll say something.
Look,
he's one of my favorites.
It's between
he's one of. Listen, everyone knows Mac 10. That's my guy. I would worry that it would be him. That's me being honest.
That Madrid move worries me.
Yeah, because
we keep saying Madrid. He's more of a Barca type player, in my opinion.
Nah, bro.
But Madrid's the rumors, though, isn't it?
Bro, Madrid's midfield. I know he's not Toni Kroos. But in La Liga, he'll have more time to put it like to scan the pitch and play them diags because he just doesn't do it a lot in the Prem. But McAllister's got a good passing range. He does. He's just that the way how we play him.
He's a brilliant passer.
Just that the way that we play him, he doesn't really necessarily, I think tactics wise, don't play like a quarterback. But I think Alonso would want him to do that more so and set pace alongside whoever's playing alongside him. Like
you know what's funny, yeah?
Combative Valverde.
I can see most people in the chat have said McAllister. I think it's quite an easy decision to say McAllister while he's out of form. Like, you know, when a player's not playing well, it's a lot easier to see yourself without them. Grav's balling out. Soberslai's been our player of the season so far with Virgil. So it's quite easy at the moment to go, yeah, it's Mac, because he's the one who in the moment's mind isn't doing it. But when Mac is on form, he's sensational. Like,
of course,
give it 2 months and Mac's in form, and it won't be that easy decision to go, it'll be Mac. We can move Mac on. It's just an easier thing right now because the mind isn't remembering the good Mac because he ain't playing well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't think any of them should leave, though. I really don't.
No, of course. Of course.
I just don't want. I just like the fact that Baleba is completely different to everyone we've got. He's different to Jones. He's different to Mac. He's different to Grav, and he's different to Soberslai. That's what I like. I do see 50% similarities in Wirtz and McAllister to Wharton, like in terms of skill set and stuff. I see a 50% similarity.
I think Wharton is so different to every midfielder we've got as well.
As McAllister, especially, I think there's a 50%. That's just me personally. I think there is a 50% similarity with Mac and Wharton.
I see people in the chat saying, "Could you imagine Pedri playing alongside McAllister?" Which obviously, like, you don't want to ever see, but obviously that's a great like combo, yeah. But I tell you one that's more dangerous. I don't even want to put it in the universe. But if Ryan Gravenberch played alongside Pedri's, game over. I'm telling you lot right now.
Bro, please don't do Gravenberch.
I'm just saying that is more of a devastating combo, you know. Gravenberch and Pedri
is a Barcelona midfielder. Let's not put
bro.
that in the atmosphere.
You see what Frankie De Jong does when he does the half turn? They got an upgrade with Gravenberch, 100%, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So don't put that in the atmosphere.
Pedri in a pivot. Why did I even say it, bro?
I don't know, bro. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know what you're doing too much, bro.
I don't know.
Forgive me. But I'm just saying, like, you just
we all know the type of midfielders that they're supposed to have is a Rodri or a. That's the type of midfielder we put that in the atmosphere, bro. We don't.
Why, man? I'm sorry, bro. It's just that when people said McAllister and Pedri, I said that's cold, but you know it'll be colder. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Don't ever want to see it. Obviously, I'm just saying that. Yeah.
Right, boys. We spoke quite a lot about yesterday's game and tactics. So, Matt, I'm going to hand over to you now because there's been a lot of talk about slots, tactics, system, and
players as well.
And players
doing the right thing
as well. So, Matt, over to you, bro. What the hell is going on with Liverpool Football Club at the moment? Winning games, but not playing great.
Let's start with this. So, as you can, I don't know if you guys can see the header, but I call it inside left half space issue. There is clearly an issue.
Nice on a bloody freeze frame tactics board.
I need someone, and again, I'm just gonna put my thoughts there, and you guys obviously feel free to just, say what you want to say. I need to understand why Ekatike and Wirtz feel like they're the same player, and if I'm being honest here, it's because they both have tendencies to want to play in that inside left channel. As you can see, I've highlighted that square. That's where Ekatike should be. Or if Ekatike is going to go there, Wirtz should move into that square. I need to understand why we're so heavily inside left channel space team. And it is like, there's going to be more instances that I'm going to show you lot. But do you guys think that's a bit of an issue? Because I kind of feel like it kind of is, that everyone keeps just like drifting to the left. Not only that, go on.
I completely understand where you're coming from with what you're saying, and I think it is because he does like to naturally drift wide left. Ekatike. I don't think there's anything wrong with Florian being where Florian is. To be honest, the person I'm most annoyed with in that is Kirkes. I don't know what Kirkes is doing.
All right. Can you see where Soberslai is?
I actually think Kirkes is getting in Wirtz's way being there. Like, I don't know what he's doing.
Oh, crap.
But before I forget, you're literally going to say what I was going to say. I actually think that space is being created for Mo to run into, though. So when Ekatike is vacating that space, even though we don't like it, really, that space now is for Mo to be, do you get what I mean? To be able to run into, blindside that centre-back or fullback, or whichever one it is. And then, do you get what I mean? Like, we can hurt them that way.
Sorry to cut you, Drift, though. The person circled on the right-hand side, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's Szoboszlai, not Salah.
That is Soberslai. That is
Oh, is
Szoboszlai.
that Szoboszlai?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
bro.
Szoboszlai.
Salah is
Salah.
No, but so
That's
our
Salah.
right back and our left back are the furthest players forward.
Guys, this right here is Kirkes. That's Szoboszlai. That is Salah.
And that's
Our
our right and our left
and
back
right back are now our number 10s. Our number 10,
That is
obviously.
madness.
But,
All right,
but
so
my-
shall I tell you why? Even though I don't
Yeah.
like the tactic, shall I tell you what I
Yeah.
think Slot's thinking here? He's
Go on.
thinking, in my opinion, humbly, my opinion, I think he's thinking, right, we can get a little concoction going on with these players here, get the ball out to Gakpo. Gakpo's going to cross it. So Boslai's going to make the run inside to drag that left back out of position, and Salah will be a free man at the back post. I hate the tactic, but I think that's what it is.
But can
Well,
I be
I was
honest with you?
thinking, I was thinking that as well, because if you missed that half space with what I thought was Salah, and I thought
Yeah.
Szoboszlai was, I thought they were the other way around. Then I was going to say Szoboszlai can then make that run into more space, and then he's still available to score as well. So I was going to say the same thing, bro. Like I think that's a tactic as well.
I think it's an instruction and a tactic.
Really and truly,
but
though,
I don't like it.
The fullbacks being that high up has to be instruction.
No, it is. You're gonna. It is. One thing. Here's the thing. I don't mind Ekatike trying to find space, but if you're gonna find space, someone needs to have the intelligence to fill that space. Because then it's like, look how set the defense is. There's
But
five
one
at the
thing-
back.
It's
You know
going to
what, though,
sound like
Matt?
I'm
You see
defending Scott again. Sorry to cut you. It's going to sound like I'm
Yeah.
defending Scott again. I'm not. Because, again, I think you guys know my frustration with yesterday. I think the plan here is for McAllister to pop the ball to Ekatike. Ekatike plays it to Wirtz, spins off, and receives
Yeah.
a pass through those defenders and gets in on goal.
But that never happened, unfortunately.
It didn't happen, but I think if you look at the pattern right there,
Yeah.
Max meant to fizz that into Ekatike. Ekatike might not even need to take a first touch. Pop it straight to Wirtz. Wirtz might not even need to take a first touch. Ekatike spins off the centre back and boom. But because we weren't playing quick enough, that option isn't even there.
It's
So
just,
I don't
yeah.
hate Ekatike's position, even though
No,
that's
neither do
where
I.
wanna
But it's
see him.
still a little bit congested, though. It's
But
like,
that's
right.
where I agree with Drift, though. Kirkes is the one
All right.
congesting that space.
Hold on. So
Kirkes, in my opinion, shouldn't be there.
Oh, flip. Hold on. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Right. You can
I'm
see.
so
I've got.
glad you've got a neutral background.
Yeah,
bro.
of course. What else am I gonna have, bro? Come on.
No, I'm
professional
just saying,
setting.
just anything. innit?
All right. So there's another one. All right. I've got. So
Guys, can I, Matt, sir, because it's literally about what you're talking about, I was curious. Do
Yeah.
you lot think this is similar? Let me just show you lot something quickly. So it just came to my mind about that shape that you had. So this is the Bournemouth game, right?
Mhm.
Look how similar, apart from Kirkes, who's all the way down still at left back, look how similar the positions are. Mac, Wirtz, and Ekatike are all pretty much similar, right?
Yeah.
This is how we got our goal, though. Do you get what I'm saying? Because that space, that there, he ran into the space. Obviously, you don't know if I play it on what happened, right?
Yeah.
So it does work because we scored a goal from having this
All
similar
right.
shape earlier
But-
on in
It
the-
but
worked.
if you remember, though, Drift,
Yeah, go.
Ekatike got a very fortunate ricochet.
This is all right. I'm
He
glad you
did,
said
yeah,
that.
he did.
All right. So when I that last clip that I showed, or that last picture I showed, was 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Yeah. This is now 3 minutes 06. You can see the difference now. So Wirtz has come even shorter. Ekatike has drifted more to the left, but again, we have highlighted that space. Ekatike, in my opinion, again, is drifting over again to the left too much, because now you've got Szoboszlai nearly the center forward, bro. That, in my opinion, should not be happening. And this is not having a go at Ekatike. It's more about, if Ekatike is going to do that, someone needs to fill in where that space is, because you can't have that vacant space. It's too easy for the other team to defend. And again, it's that whole thing of like everyone going to the left-hand side. Now, don't get me wrong, it's football. When the ball's on, when someone's on the left-hand side, everyone's got the ball. When someone's got the ball, you're naturally going to gravitate. But you still also got to use your intelligence and go, if I move to the left, I've got to tell someone to go move into the space I've just vacated. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not complicated, in my
You
opinion.
shouldn't have to tell that person that.
No,
though,
but again, you might just say, bro. Like, you might, if do you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be real, guys. We've all played football. I'm not saying any of us have played to the level of Liverpool. Like, obviously, we haven't, or else we wouldn't be doing this right now. But bro, you see a player vacate his position, you don't just stand there. You look around. If no one else is occupying that space, you make a run into that space to make sure you either cover them defensively or you help out from an attacking standpoint. If you then see someone else about to make the same run, then you either go, "I've got this, bro," or you go, "I'll stick." It's not that hard, in my opinion. We're overcomplicating it, and we're kind of letting some of these players off. If I'm going to be honest, like if Ekitike floats over to the left, Gakpo, get yourself in the middle. If Gakpo floats into the middle, Ekitike, get yourself on the left. It's not that hard.
Bro,
it really isn't. We're actually letting, like, these are grown top class footballers who are not doing the basics right. Like that's
the only thing I'll say to that, Cal, is even though I agree with you, I think it's a lot easier to switch on defensively when covering space more so than offensively, because you're trying to avert a danger. Whereas if you don't run into the space offensively, you're not normally blamed as much. If that makes, like, someone might go, "Oh man, you should have overlapped." But if you don't track back and then a winger scores, everyone's like, "Why didn't you cover the space?" So I think it's easier to be switched on from a defensive point of view than it is an offensive point of view.
If you played attacking, bro, you played attacking. When that ball got lofted up, you would trust your striking partner to win that pass. You're still making the run though, right?
Yeah, you would. It's
anticipation.
anticipation.
Anticipation, you mean? Yeah,
you're making anticipation, and because you know you've got to play the probabilities. He might not lose. He might not win that header, but you're not just going to stand there. You've got to play on the shoulder. You've got to keep them thinking. You've always got to do something. So you never stand still now, bro.
But if he dropped deep, for example, if he dropped deep and I was the one who was the furthest forward, I don't know how much I would go over to his side to cover, if that makes sense. Because I played in the 4-4-2, it's harder to like think about it. But like, if he dropped deep for a moment, I still kind of stayed in my channel. Like, I didn't think, "Oh, he's gone, so let me go over there." Do you get what I mean? Like, I still stayed in my channel.
But what I'm saying is here, though,
it's a bit difficult for me.
Is that all right? So
this
is 3 minutes and 17. So I've gone a little bit more forward with this one. Yeah, look where Ekitike is now. He's at the bottom of the picture. He's now wide left. Florian Wirtz has picked up the ball again. Ekitike proper wide left again. He needs to be more central. Do you know the closest player is in the central area right now? If you can see my cursor, that is Soboslai. This is Wirtz. This is Gakpo. This is our striker.
But they've effectively swapped positions, Gakpo and Ekitike there.
I hear that, but Gakpo, I can't remember the next clip, but Gakpo is not breaking his neck to get in and get into that central area over here, bro. He's not.
So are we putting Soboslai? What you're showing us, maybe this is the reason why he's found a cheat code in Soboslai being right back, because it's like when we had Trent, where you had a weapon in an area of the field that you kind of are cheating with. Maybe he likes the fact that Soboslai gets even less tracking as a right back than the midfield to make that run.
I don't think Soboslai starts right back against Atletico Madrid. Boys.
All right, so here's another one, guys.
Maybe not, but is this maybe why he's doing it though? Because remember, Soboslai is a good finisher. Because there's a lot of right backs that you could do that with, for example, and you wouldn't know whether they are going to be able to finish it off. Like if that was Conor Bradley, for example, we wouldn't have that faith of like, if the ball goes through, Bradley's going to finish it. But with Soboslai, we're like, yeah, Soboslai can finish it. So like maybe he's only doing that tactic because it is Soboslai. Do you get what I mean? Like he's using it like a cheat code almost.
He is. So Soboslai, as you can see on this one, he's here. He's
because Bradley plays way more of an orthodox right back role whenever he comes on, right? He doesn't do what Soboslai's been doing. He just becomes an orthodox right back and then just starts doing the flank.
No. We're gonna get onto that. He kind of does and does at the same time. So
before we continue, big up there Sam for the raid as well.
Big up Sam for the raid. This clip here really actually annoyed me. So Florian Wirtz, first of all, is obviously gone to receive the ball. He wants to get on the ball, right? You've got Gakpo again and McAllister literally in the same place. Why on earth is Ekitike drawing out here? Again, if he's gonna do that, Gakpo, in my opinion, should be going here. I don't understand why we made it so easy for Burnley. Because Ekitike is trying to drag someone out wide, but then we've got no one centrally. And this is what baffles me.
He's not used to having three centre-backs mark him.
No, that's true, but it's also that tendency to drift to the left again. Like everyone's got this tendency to the left-hand side.
And this is why I
McAllister,
think
as
he's gonna play left wing when we get Isak fit, bro.
I'm telling you, McAllister will always go to the left more times than not. Obviously, Cody's a left winger. Ekatike does it. Isak does it sometimes, but Isak, if you watch the way how Isak plays, Isak does like to stay sometimes as well, more so than Ekatike between the centre backs. But I do feel like that's an issue that I feel like Ekatike needs to work and adjust on it.
You know what else is an issue? Sorry, Matt. You know what else is an issue? Obviously, I can't remember the pattern of play, how Verts ended up where he is, but Verts should be in that half space.
Yeah,
he shouldn't be all the way where he is. He should be, and it should be Mac or Grav on the ball.
I was gonna say,
it should be.
Grav's in the perfect position.
Yeah,
where
but McAllister's here.
And this is what was happening last season when people were crashing out on Szoboszlai. And again, the reason why it worked last season is because Szoboszlai isn't Verts. So we can get Szoboszlai to do that dog work if McAllister. Remember, McAllister was the one getting in the box and scoring headers against Tottenham and Everton and then popping up on the edge of the box to launch the ball into the back of the net.
Here's the other one to show you guys.
I keep on saying it.
All right. So
if Verts and Maka play together, we're not getting the best out of both players. They don't work together. They're both phenomenal players, but they don't work together in the system.
But it did last season.
It didn't. We didn't have Verts last season. We had Szoboszlai.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Mac and Grav. Sorry.
One thing I noticed as well, guys, is that I noticed from maybe the 25th minute mark, Ekatike was getting frustrated. So here's the first bit. Cody Gakpo was doing what he was doing most of the game, cutting inside. You see how Ekatike is calling for it? He wants to cross, You can see what he wants.
He can play that ball right there.
Yeah, right there. All right. So Ekatike has put his hand up, So that's where is it? And then I want to go to where is it? I think it's number 2. Right. If I go to here, so the shots happened. Look at Ekatike's gesture. He's looking and look at McAllister. Oh, where's the mouse gone? Sorry, guys, it's because this is live. Hold on. Bear me. So if I do this, if I show you guys, I don't know if you guys can see. Look how frustrated Ekatike is, and look at McAllister. They're looking at Cody like, bro, you're just cutting in and spamming and shooting. And again, we're gonna go to another one. This one here. Ekatike is now, because he's so frustrated, he's now proper dropping back and wants to get on the ball because he feels like he's not being fed. Look where McAllister is now. McAllister is now the centre forward. This is McAllister. This is Ekatike. It should be the other way around. But because Ekatike now feels disrespected not getting the ball, he's now going towards the ball. And the frustration is starting to hit him. And then it balls over.
One thing I will say though, Matt, even though positionally I agree with you that they should be the other way around.
I'm just glad Mac's there.
Of course.
Because obviously he's used his noggin to do what you said, Cal, where he's filled the space.
But it's more about Ekatike getting frustrated now that he feels like he needs
to. But the thing is though, Matt, I'm not gonna lie, out of all the players in our team, if you want a man who can skin someone, Ekatike is probably the best at it.
I understand
I think him dropping deep makes sense because McAllister's not going to beat that guy for skill, but Ekatike can.
But doesn't need to beat him for skill though, Jeff. What I'm saying is,
quick 1-2.
But that's what I'm saying. Cody can move in. So, all right. So let's just say this is McAllister,
but if he gets past that man there, he causes all kind of issues. He could win a free kick.
Gakpo can think about potentially going in field, running across to drawing Kyle Walker. And McAllister might get a little bit of breathing room to go byline or whoever that person is, But the point is that Ekatike, this whole thing here is about him getting frustrated and now him wanting to get on the ball. And what it leads to is, again, right. I don't know if you guys remember this. There was a counter, Robertson. You know he's going to play the ball. He plays it to Salah. Ekatike, you can see he's calling for it. He's like, bro, play me line. Robbo goes to Salah. We lose the ball, Is
that Robbo?
That's Robbo playing this pass right here.
He looks like he's playing with his right foot, though.
No. He takes it with his left. That's Robbo.
I was thinking it looks
if I try and zoom in with that, hold on. He's just taking it with his left. You can tell.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Ekatike is really starting to get frustrated.
Do you want to know what that is? That is blatantly referring to default setting of like we're
Bruv.
used to Salah, passing to Salah. That's
Look at
what that is.
Ekatike now. Can you see the body language?
Yeah, he's looking up at the sky.
Yeah. And then at halftime, so I know this is like, this is him going cursing at halftime. He was going mad. Obviously, I ain't got the clip, but he's going, he's proper frustrated, bro. And this is all because when we're trying to probe and make these passes, we're not giving him the ball. He's getting frustrated. And not only that, when he's open, we're still not giving him the ball, and we're deferring to Salah, who's not playing well.
Really sorry to cut you, boys.
This is all in the first half. We still will go for the second half, by the way.
Sorry, boys. There's some breaking news. So Liverpool have released a statement regarding the Hillsborough Law. So Liverpool Football Club welcomes the introduction of the Hillsborough Law, a landmark legislation that stands as a legacy for the 97. The Labour government has tonight confirmed the introduction of the Hillsborough Law, saying it will hold public officials and authorities accountable for their actions and end the culture of cover-ups and hiding the truth, ensuring transparency, accountability, and support for bereaved families. The Public Office Accountability Bill, to be known as the Hillsborough Law, will introduce a series of changes, including a new professional and legal duty of candor, meaning public officials must act with honesty and integrity at all times, with criminal sanctions for outrageous breaches. The largest expansion of legal aid in a decade for bereaved families, providing non-means tested help and support for inquest. A new offence for misleading the public, with criminal sanctions for the most serious breaches for those in public office. A Liverpool FC spokesperson said Liverpool Football Club welcomes the introduction and forthcoming implementation of the Hillsborough Law, a landmark piece of legislation born from the tireless efforts of the family survivors and campaigners who have fought for truth and justice for more than 3 decades. We pay tribute to the families whose unwavering determination and dignity in the face of unimaginable loss and injustice have inspired a movement that will protect others. Their courage and selflessness will not only change the law, it will change the lives of future generations. Today's legislation is a direct response to the failures that followed the Hillsborough disaster and a promise that no other family should have to endure the same struggle to uncover the truth. We continue to remember the 97. Their memories live on in our hearts and in our actions. We also honor those who are no longer with us, including campaigners who passed before seeing this day. Their legacy will be written into law. We know there is still more work to do, but today gives hope, some peace, and enormous sense of achievement to everyone connected to Hillsborough. Our thoughts and support will always be with you. Margaret Aspinall, former chair of the Hillsborough Family Support Group, who lost her 18-year-old son James at Hillsborough, added, "It's been a long journey to get here. I'm so grateful to the Prime Minister for fulfilling his promise to me. This campaign wasn't just about us. It is about the ordinary people of this country. Hopefully this law will mean no one will ever have to suffer like we did. This promise now was well worth waiting for the good of the people. We have got the Hillsborough Law." Deputy Prime Minister David Lammy said, "I speak from personal experience when I say disasters like Hillsborough and Grenfell are tragedies our nation continues to mourn. The scars left behind sit at the heart of this bill, and I want to pay testament to those who have campaigned for so long to effect real change. The changes we're making will ensure truth and justice and never concealed again, and brave families never again left fighting endlessly for the truth, and anyone caught trying to do so will face the full force of the law." It is quite long. I'm not going to read any more, but basically today is something that should have happened decades ago, and
facts.
Finally it seems like there is some form of justice for the 97 and for those who have campaiged. So kudos to those people.
Yeah, man. Big up, man. Big up.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Long overdue, man.
As you was reading that out, I was just thinking to myself, how can it be big 2025 and this stuff has to be a law?
Yeah.
Like, like cover-ups that they're like big 2025, and it's only just now that this has to be a law. You're not allowed to do these crazy, like it's madness. As you're reading, I was just like, I just can't believe it took this long for this to even be a thing. This is just insane.
Yeah.
But finally.
Yeah. Facts.
Good news, man.
Yeah, apologies for cutting you guys there. I just wanted to.
That's right, bro.
No,
That's
no,
important.
that was
That's
important,
important
man.
news, bro. People needed to know.
We got everyone
You know
in
what
the
I'm
chat
saying?
as well, man. They was throwing up the
100.
97s the whole time he was reading.
Facts. All right, just quickly. What was I gonna say? Obviously, everyone's been speaking about Kirkez and Kirkez not playing well. One thing I wanted to bring up is that Kirkez is obviously being asked now what to do what Robert did, and in the build-up, I've called it build-up issue because you can see here. Look where Kirkez is, and look where Soboslai is. Soboslai is pretty much, high, inverting, sort of. You got Kirkez as part of the back three. For me, Kirkez should not be part of a back three in build-up. It does, for me, doesn't make sense. I know we done it last year, and I think Robbo could have got away with it last year and had some, obviously, Robbo had iffy games, but Robbo has that experience. What baffles me is that Kirkez, for me, is more of an auxiliary left back who needs to be putting crosses in and being direct. Getting him part of build-up, for me, you're wasting part of his game. Like, I don't understand why we brought him in to do this. I thought what was going to happen is Gravenberch, which again, we're going to go into the second half because Gravenberch does do that when we become more aggressive. And that's something I want to speak about. But are you guys cool with this? Because this is not what Kirkez was doing last year. Even if you go and look at what Kirkez was doing last year, flinging in crosses like all the time, making sure them deliveries are on point, getting involved, him being part of a build-up and being part of a back three, you're wasting his talent. And I'm wondering whether, and again, it's not making excuses, but it's making me wonder, is he getting a bit rash because he wants to get involved in the game? Like, this is not of his game because he's being quite passive in it, like playing part of the build-up, just sitting back next to Virgil and Kanai. So I wanted to get your guys' thoughts on it.
I hate to say it's going to sound really harsh. I just think he's rash in character sometimes. I just think that's his game.
Yeah, I think you're right, though. Yeah.
But I also, so the reason why I think we're playing like this, I think we want Virgil to be center of a three when we're attacking. So as a result, it means the left back has to stay back. And for me, if Kirkez goes forward, then you've got the right back who plays on that, basically does the opposite of what Kirkez is doing here. Ultimately, really and truly, it should be Gravenberch dropping back into that space, and then that should allow McAllister to have more space on the ball, which should allow him to thread balls through to Kirk, to Wirtz or Salah or Gakpo. This is why this makes no sense to me, because you could throw a blanket over those three centre midfielders right now. Look how close they are to each other. There's no space there. It's so easy to mark that space now because they're all so close to each other. And look at the space. Look at the space from the centre backs to the first centre midfielder. Look how much space there is there.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though, guys. We did this with Robbo last season.
Yeah, that's exactly my point.
So this is just how Slot plays.
I understand, but Robbo is better and he got more experience. My point is,
because we did this under Klopp sometimes.
Yeah, I thought personally that when we got Kirkez, it will be Grav going into part of the back three, which we're going to get onto because Grav does. It's only in the second half when we become more aggressive that Grav starts to do that. And in my brain, I was thinking, but we could have done this at the start of the game, and I don't even think we would have been under any issues. So I'm going to fast forward a bit because I know like there's quite a few things. So I'm going to kind of fast forward. It's here again. The same thing again. Look where Kirkez is again, as you guys can see. And look where Soboslai is. Again, this is like the first half. I don't know why it'd be so far back, but yeah, Kirkez, again, playing as one of the centre backs. Look where Soboslai is. Soboslai is high up wide, which is what I thought Kirkez will be doing on the other flank, and Gravenberch will go and sit in as one of the centre backs. All right, we'll leave that, and I'll go to second half.
In that last clip, Ibra had to sit back because Virgil was progressing with the ball there.
And this is what I'm talking about. Look how we flip it now. This is what I want to see more of. This is what I want to see. Gravenberch. If anything breaks down, he's there. You can see where this is now Robbo, where I've circled, and that's Connor Bradley, who I've also circled. Yeah? All right, cool. In the next clip, Look where Gravenberch is now. Gravenberch is literally now part of the back three. Robbo is. I'll circle Robbo because it's hard to see him.
Robbo is
Robbo
just
is-
by the bet 365, right?
This is Robbo.
Is that Robbo?
That's Robbo. The other person you're seeing there is Verts.
Oh, bloody hell.
But my whole point is that this is what I want to see more of, and I don't understand why Grav can't do this more often. That frees up the left back to go further forward, so we don't have to use the left back as part of his build up. I don't know if you guys agree with me or whether you think that's a good idea or a bad idea. I just prefer this type of build up personally.
No,
Well,
I do.
Utilizing the effect of the players that we have, I agree with you. Our fullbacks, that this is way better suited to them being effective. But I think if you're looking at the fact that it was two different halves and two different ways of playing, this is just why Slot's a genius. He'll try something, and if it's not working, he'll switch it up and he'll do something else, and usually that works. That's why I love his in-game tacticians, bro. So I agree with you that in the first half, it's not the greatest way to play. But if he changes it up in the second half and then eventually that ends up getting us the win, that's what good tactical managers do, right? You try something, if it don't work, you change it. You know what I mean? So
I agree. But my argument would be we signed two fullbacks, wingbacks in Kirkes and Frimpong. You want to get them high up on the pitch. So that's why Gravenberch, in my opinion, should just drop back in between the centre backs, and then you use them to basically as like outside wingers, and then you allow the inside forwards to just come in and create havoc alongside the centre forward. Remember, you're trying to bombard the box as well.
Do you think we misprofiled? Do you think we misprofiled the type of fullbacks we got them?
I'm gonna say this.
I was just going to ask that as well.
If you were
forget about the personnel, because we all rate Kirkes and Frimpong.
Yeah.
But the fact that you'd even though he's not at his best anymore, Robbo is a marauding left back. Connor Bradley is an up and down right back as well.
Yeah.
Did we need to replicate that with Kirkes and Frimpong, or did we need to get two different types of profiles? In your opinion?
I personally would have gone for two different type of profiles, because if I thought he was still going to do that type of build up, I would have went for someone like a Hato who can play as a first centre back. It would have made more sense in my mind. Do you get what I'm saying? If
I wanted Hato, so I agree.
More often.
Or could it just be we have to accept that maybe recruitment got this one wrong? This was one of them ones where they just went and got the best in class, but it didn't actually fit the system.
That could be a point drift, or we could just have to wait until it clicks and Slot figures out what to do with it. But I agree with Drift. It could be a wrong recruitment. I think it's early to say whether it is or not yet, but it could very well end up being one.
All right, so just quickly as well, I'm going to kind of speed through this now because I'm probably taking up too much time. But you see Florian Wirtz and how we're saying like where he is. Look where Wirtz is going to get the ball because he feels like he needs to create something. Do you guys see this as an issue that Wirtz is having to drop so deep to go and collect the ball and make things happen when he's the number 10? Or are you cool with this? Because me personally, I feel like Wirtz should be high up the pitch and one of the midfielders should be getting the ball and driving up the pitch and not getting Wirtz to do too much. We know Wirtz can do it, but you don't want Wirtz to be where did you get what I'm saying?
The only way if Wirtz does this now and again, but it felt like it was happening a lot yesterday.
It was. Another thing I picked out was where's it? This one will make people laugh. Salah's execution. I can't lie. This is another thing where people were getting frustrated. I mean, this is just one aspect in it where you think Salah, you got to do better here, innit? But it's just not happening for him this season. This right here was like a prime example, and I know it's on his weaker foot. But if Salah cuts that back to either Ekatike or Wirtz, and then Wirtz lays it off to Cody Gakpo, he's in. But Salah does try, I think, to try and play in Gakpo first time and gets it all wrong. And it just kind of goes to show the kind of form that he's in, because I think an informed Salah gets that pass right. Whether he even does a Trevella instead. Do you know what I'm saying, Cal?
Yeah.
It's just one of them ones.
Looking at it there, you'd even think he could maybe even take another couple of touches to drive into the box and then play it. Because he's got to get the pass so perfect for Gakpo there. Whereas, as you said, Ekatike and Wirtz are actually making their way into the box.
I think he made the right decision, Kyle. I just think he wasn't capable of executing.
We're trying to hit Gakpo at the back stick.
If that was Trent or Kevin De Bruyne or Gerrard, that would have been pinpoint pass and we would have scored from it. Do you get
100
what I mean?
or
You just mentioned 3 of the best passers in the last generation on their strong foot drift.
No, that's what I'm saying.
he's on his
I just
weaker
think-
side, isn't it?
I
I'm
don't
just-
think the passer's wrong. I think
Yeah.
the decision to try it because he wasn't capable of doing it was wrong.
Or
Does that
Travella, he
make
normally
sense?
does a Travella from there, even as well, you know. Travella
Like,
to
if
the
he
back
was on the
stick.
other side, if there was some weird world and he ended up on the left wing, I think he makes
bruv,
that pass.
I wish you said that earlier because there was when him and Florian Wirtz was on the counter, Salah's on the far side, and he sees Wirtz and he just hits it out. Like, bruv, it's bad.
Yeah, no, he wasn't in his bag at all yesterday. I told you that
I'm just going to ask the
he,
question.
he was in the basement.
I'm going to rip
You
the
know what I'm
Band-Aid
saying?
off. I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. Do we have a winger problem at the moment, boys?
I mean,
Alright, there's two parts to it. I don't think we have a goal scoring problem with our wingers. I think we have a take on problem with our wingers.
this leads into my next thing. This is one of the only very few times Cody Gakpo decided to go byline and he actually got past Kyle Walker. His feet just at the end of this clip, Walker just kind of nicks off his toe and manages. But the point is, Gakpo should do this more often. But Gakpo is he's so hell bent on cutting in and shooting that he forgets that you can go byline, bro, and take it round someone who's still pretty quick and get past them. He doesn't vary his game enough. And that's why I feel like Ekitike was getting frustrated, in my opinion, anyway. I think there's one more. Oh, yeah, this is because this is where it gets past him, as you can see there. But another thing, I know people are going to say, like, Matt, are you having a go at Ekitike? But one thing I will say is this, though. Ekitike's positioning, when Gakpo went byline on another occasion, look where Ekitike is. And look where Robertson's in the box, Wirtz is in the box, and Salah's in the box. Ekitike is kind of laboring behind play. And it's because, again, the frustration of him not getting the ball and him always wanting to go short. I think that's something that he's going to have to learn to deal with, that you can't always go short. Do you know what I'm saying? You can go short at times, but there's times when if Gakpo, you're complaining that Gakpo's not going byline and he goes byline and you're behind play, you got to kind of be ready. You got to be on your toes. And this is why I feel like Isak will be different. And this is not me like having a go at Ekitike. It's more about experience. And even if you are frustrated, stick to the game plan. Try not to like get into your feelings too much, because I do feel like in this game, and it showed it, obviously I can't play the clip, Ekitike was so frustrated with the game because he wanted us to play faster, he wanted us to play a bit more direct, and we just weren't doing that at that time.
You know what, Matt, though? I'm going to be honest with you. Even though there might be a little bit more happening because he's frustrated, like you said. Remember when I had my little crash out when I thought we weren't going for Isak anymore? And remember my reason? Because he's a facilitator more than a centre forward, in my opinion. From watching him at Frankfurt and seeing how he used to play, he's always kind of been like, he's kind of always been like this, bro. That's why I was like, we don't have an out-and-out striker if we buy Ekitike and don't get Isak. Do you get what I mean? That was what I was frustrated about. And now look, bro, it's literally what I thought. So we hadn't bought Isak.
Go on.
My crash out would have been because of this. Because we'll be getting this all season unless he adapted and changed his ways. Because I knew he was like this. Do you get what I mean? And that was kind of what my frustration was. So really what we're doing now is we're seeing how important it was we got Isak. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's so important we bought Isak. Otherwise, we don't really have a centre forward. Because I don't think he's a centre forward.
I think he's a centre forward. I understand what you're saying, but I still think it's more to do with Ekitike getting frustrated at not getting the ball, so he's going looking for the ball. And that's what a lot of players do, innit? You know, when like you get frustrated, like, no, bro, I'm going to get the ball. And if you're not going to give it to me, I'll go and get it. Because there's plenty of opportunities where we could have played him in and we didn't. And now he's going looking for the ball and he's going out of position. And I don't think that's, for me, it's more to do with experience and temperament. And remember, he is a younger striker. He hasn't got the same game experience as Isak. And I think Isak wouldn't do that. I think Isak would just be like, I know I'm just going to stay between the centre-backs. I know at some point they're going to give it to me and I'm going to bag. Whereas I think Ekitike was going looking for it because of that frustration, personally. But I hear what you're saying as well, though, because he does like to drop deep as well, obviously. So that is part of it.
And this is the reason why I think Ekitike and Isak can play together.
Oh, 100%.
If they both play together, because Isak will be dropping into that space, and then so Ekitike will drop into that space. Isak will pick up the centre forward role, and Ekitike can find Isak with passes, or he'll take players away to create space for Isak. I think they can play together. I actually do think they can play together.
They can. And this last bit here, just quickly point out, this is all to do with Rio, bro. Rio's vision. He's doing step over, stands up that player and just plays in Frimpong. The only thing Frimpong does wrong is he takes that touch in it. And if I get to...
That's such a great pass.
It is. This
Do you know what that pass reminds me of? Remember in the lockdown, just after we came back from lockdown, Naby Keita made a pass in Aston Villa game to Mane. I have the needle from a similar position in the box.
Yeah. I remember that shit. Yeah.
Reminds me of that.
It was more front to back than side to side, but I remember it. Yeah, it was a beautiful pass. That's probably the best pass Naby did at Liverpool. Not even being shady, like that was such a good pass. It was unbelievable.
It might be, but yeah, Frimpong takes that touch, and you think to yourself, like, bro, you got to bag that. But yeah,
I wish he could hit that with his left first time. You know.
Do you know what though? Because he takes that touch, look how close the defender gets.
Yeah. He gave him a chance to recover.
Yeah, and then he hits it at literally right at the goalkeeper. So
I'm gonna ask you guys now. Does Rio?
Yeah, those are just some of the takeaways, guys. That I just thought there's a couple of things that I feel like we can definitely get better at, and things that we could potentially change. But
should Rio Ekitike or Gakpo be the starting left winger right now?
I would stick with Gakpo, but I don't have a problem with people who argue for either of the other two.
I would. Who's our next game? Everton. Sorry, Atletico. Sorry, Everton's the.
You know, we got a little tough run. You know, our start to the season, apart from Burnley, has been mad difficult. You know, Crystal Palace away, Everton, Atletico, following after having Arsenal, Newcastle. We've had a tough start, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
No, we have. I would. Do you know what? In the Atletico game, I would be tempted to start Rio. And maybe save Gakpo a little bit for the Merseyside derby. Reason being, the pace will be a bit slower. I think the defenders, in fact, they got Marcus Llorente, who normally plays on the right back. He's pretty quick, but I think Rio could cause him a lot of problems. I like Rio's chances in a 1v1 situation where he can beat Marcus Llorente at fullback and put a ball across. Or do you know what I mean? I just think there's no harm in it. We keep saying, he's 17, but the guy's got quality, though. I'm not saying he has to play the full game, but maybe you could play him for 60 minutes, see how he gets on. If it doesn't work, then you bring on Gakpo. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think there's no harm in that, personally.
I think Rio starts the game against Southampton in the League Cup.
Oh, he'll definitely start. No, but you asked me what I would do, or you asked him what you think the club's going to do, because the club's going to definitely play Gakpo start. I'm just talking about what I would do. That's a different thing.
What about Chiesa, guys? Would we try Chiesa on the left?
Bro. He's not in the Champions League squad, remember?
Oh,
he's not. He got omitted, bro.
Oh, that's dark.
For Rio, let's be real. Omitted for Rio. Let's call it what it is.
But remember, Slot did say that he had to for the homegrown reason. It was based on the homegrown reason. Like, because remember, you have to have academy and homegrown within that 8. It's 4 on 4, isn't it? So like it was part of that issue.
Bro, I'll be real. If Chiesa was an absolute bad man, Chiesa would be in that squad, you know. Slot can use it whatever excuse he likes. If Chiesa,
no, but who would have left out then?
I'm gonna be real. If Chiesa was cooking, someone's getting dropped, but it ain't. You know them ones there. Like if Chiesa was going mad, there's no way you can drop him. But I think
but I don't know who it could have been though. You know,
he probably would have dropped someone like
Endo.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but that's quite risky though.
Is it?
Yeah, because remember that would have meant we'd only had Jones on the bench in midfield. Then there'd only be one midfielder on the bench.
Yeah, but Stefan Bajcetic's there as well. So is Nioni.
Trade there for real.
Is Bajcetic fit? Like, is he?
Back in training. I think he's doing the full training now. I think, or he's just come back to full training. But yeah, I don't know. It's Chiesa one's kind of mad because it's like you omitted him from the Champions League squad, but then you bring him on as the striker. And I just want to say this as well, yeah. You take him out Champions League squad, but you put him as the centre forward, but you won't play him on the wing. Chiesa is by trade a winger.
Hmm.
What does that tell you, though? Because to me, it says a lot. I'll be real.
I don't know. I think you've also got to factor in it kind of means it's because he won't bring off Salah. Because if he's willing to substitute Salah more often, and I think Chiesa does play wide right, but because he never really wants to bring, I think he's only subbed Mo once in all 5 games so far, if I'm not mistaken. And Chiesa did go on the right when he subbed him.
The thing is,
So
yeah,
I think that's what it is. You just don't want to sub Mo.
do you lot still feel like, I don't know. Do you lot still feel like Chiesa can do a job on the right? Like he can still do the burners and everything there.
No, I don't think he can do what Rio does. I don't think we can be expecting that from him, but he can do a job from there, definitely. Yeah. Come on, Matt. He couldn't have done worse than Mo yesterday. Let's be honest. Like, no matter how bad his form is or whatever, he could have not done worse than what Mo did.
Mo was stinky. I'll be real. Mo was stinky.
Mo was just bad yesterday.
Mo is stinky, and I think the manager needs to be braver because he'll be brave with certain players and drag them off when they're not doing well, but he won't be brave.
I tell you what, though. Yeah.
But then again, Salah scored the winner, so I don't know.
I don't know if you lot watched some of the clips of afterwards. And online there was like a lot of pictures going around. I'm not trying to cop out for him. Yeah, I'm just trying to find reasons, not excuses. I'm trying to find reasons. I really think Mo is carrying grief on another level after this Jota off. Did you see the tears in his eyes when while he was celebrating? There was a moment when he's pointing to the sky and you can see his eyes are watery. Yeah. Mo's carrying the Jota burden, you know. Like honestly, like I think that's what the problem is right now.
You saw after the Bournemouth game. Yeah,
he's not himself, you know. He's not.
No,
himself.
You can see. It's like his mind. You can tell his mind's not at the game.
Yeah, or luckily, he's just not thinking properly. Do you get what I mean?
Luckily, he was able to dispatch the penalty, and obviously try and put aside what he's going through. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you could be
the whole squad, guys. Like, are we? I mean, I don't think we are because we constantly do make sure we pay tribute to it and Jota as well. But even you look around the world, even the under-16s were doing the Jota celebration. Did you lot see that thing going around today where like even the kids are we're really carrying a burden as a team right now. And I think it's exemplary that we've even won all our games and we're even doing as well. Like, this is a big deal what happened to the squad, you know. And I don't even think it can even be scoffed at as an excuse even if we were playing badly and we weren't winning. Like, it's a heavy load. You know what I mean? Like, it really is. And I think Salah is massively dealing with this. I really do. Like, when I'm seeing tears in his eyes during a celebration, that's a man whose emotions are right on the edge. Do you get what I mean? Like, right on the edge. Like, I don't know, man. Should he be taken out of the game for that reason? Like, if he's carrying the weight so badly, should we give him a bit more time to recover? You know, like, it's a bit like someone having to go back to work earlier than they should. Do you know what I mean? You're like, right, you shouldn't be back at work yet. Like, should Mo maybe be given a bit more time off? I don't know. But
then the question becomes who plays instead of him then, Drew?
I think Chiesa could play from the right for a few games while we just give him a bit more time.
It makes me more frustrated we let Elliot go.
What, would you play Elliot off the right?
Yeah, for the balance. I think Chiesa operates better off the left in this system. I don't think he's going to do anything much on the right personally.
I know he's the most unpopular opinion, but would you not even try Frimpong, who's like more just going byline and putting in crosses? Again, it's not going to be. It's just something different.
Yeah, it could be. But the question is, are we going to have players in the box who are going to?
Yeah, but that would be. But that's when he would have to say tactics wise. Like, if we're going to play Frimpong, and Frimpong is good at delivering. We saw what he done at Leverkusen for the target men of what's his name, Patrick Schick and Boniface. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, surely he can tell Ekitike, listen, I know you want to drop deep at times, but try and be a bit more central because we're putting in them crosses. You need to be there. And they'll probably say the same thing to Isak as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So just an option, isn't it? I don't know. It's an option that we could potentially have.
Right. Yeah, just shout out to Lewis just quickly, man. Prayers be with you and your friends' family as well, man. Sorry to hear that, G. That's
Oh, damn, man.
yeah,
Sorry,
that's
man.
Sorry
horrible,
for your
man.
loss, my bro.
Sorry,
Big up for
Lewis,
that,
bro.
man. Big up, big up, big up.
Condolences, brother.
Tell you, man. It's life, man. It's crazy, man. But yeah, I definitely think Mo looks like he's really struggling. And I respect what a couple of people are saying, like football's an escapism. I get that. I'm one of them people who does like to do things to like take my mind if I get that. But then that kind of even more explains why he's not playing well. Because even though he's escaping from it mentally, he's still not checked in. Do you get what I mean? So like that's why he's touching. Like when is Mo's touch ever off? He's arguably like top 3 Premier League best touches. Like we talk about all the time. When Virgil does those pings, Mo takes that out of the sky like it's nothing. So
Yeah.
when Mo's not doing,
First
do you know what
touch
I
is
mean?
normally
Like,
on point. Yeah, the
he's
pass
not
might be
switched on.
funky or the dribble, but the
Yeah.
first touch, even with his weak foot,
This is what I'm saying, bro.
like,
Mo's
yeah.
first touch is always exemplary. He's not switched on at the moment. He's not.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? He's not switched on, man. So I feel it for him, man. I actually do. I really, really feel it for him.
Mm. Do you think we go for a winger in January, guys, or not?
Nah, I think Baleba or Wharton, possibly, hopefully, Guehi. I don't think we'll go for a winger, though.
Big up to Liam from the Bayern View with a raid as well. Hope you're well,
Hey,
Liam.
big
Guys,
up,
subscribe
big
to Liam's channel as well, the Bayern View. Big up, Liam.
Big up.
Speaking of January, we all thought that when we didn't sign Mark Guehi in the summer that we'd probably get him in January. However, it looks as though Man City are now the latest team to be linked with him after Real Madrid have been linked with him. Chelsea have been linked with him. I know we've spoken about this a couple of weeks ago. Is there a worry, guys, that Mark Guehi he could be turned by another team?
My
There's
crash
always a
out
worry.
is going to be
Yeah.
epic if we lose Guehi to City.
Well, there's always
Oh
a
my
worry. If you
days.
don't sign the player, even if you feel like you might have an agreement verbally, I'm still confident, but we can't sit here and say definitively that he's coming to us. You can't say that. This is football. We know how football works. At any given time, he might feel like, do you know what? Do you know? Actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna go thingy. Like I'm gonna go City. Like I still think we're gonna get him, but we are playing a dangerous game if we are waiting till the summer and someone tries to get him in Jan, like a Manchester City who just loaned out Akanji to Inter Milan, I think. Yeah, into Inter. Like they might want another centre back, and if you go look at their centre backs now, they got Stones, Diaz, Gavardio, and Kujanov are the main ones, I think.
No, Ake's still there.
Okay, still there.
And Ake's still there, but like I don't know. Maybe Man City want another centre back. They like centre backs. Arsenal got a fetish with centre backs. They might want their 94th centre back. I don't know. So you can't really rule out that someone else could go in for him. We just gotta hope that we made that impression where he's like, do you know what? Nah, Liverpool's for me. Don't matter who else tries to sign me. Bit like what Isak converts did, didn't it? That man said,
You know what? When
there.
I was listening to when I was listening to the overlap, and sometimes it is good to listen to professionals, isn't it? Because they've been there and they've done that.
Yeah,
and between Ian Wright and Gary Neville, the two of them were basically saying the type of man he is and how far it got along with Liverpool. They don't see how it wouldn't be Liverpool he still went to because the relationship wasn't Liverpool's fault. Like, so the relationship isn't tarnished in any way. It was all Crystal Palace's fault. And because of the type of person he is, his level of loyalty, he'll have that same level of loyalty to Liverpool, even if another club tries to get involved. The same way he's got the loyalty to Palace, that he hasn't crashed out on Palace for making it fail, if that makes sense. So
I don't think he does have loyalty to Liverpool. Was there any other team seriously in for him last summer apart from us?
No, but regardless of whether there was a team in for him, Cal, what they're saying is once he's shook hands, made that commitment and sees Liverpool as his future, he's the type of person who would just stay loyal to that and won't let another club come in and be like, oh, well, we weren't interested before, but hey, we're over here now. Like, he'll be like, nah, do you know what? I've got this. Again, this is just what they're thinking as people who know him, have met him, and like are ex-professionals. So I'm going to hope that what they're saying is true, because if we lose out on Guehi, my crash out is going to be epic.
I don't think what they're suggesting is wrong, but like, let's say, for example, Chelsea finish third at the end of the season. They're in Champions League and, you know, they need a centre-back. and we're offering Guehi 150k, Chelsea can easily match that, or if not better that. And he'd be a guarantee. Like, and let's say we do keep Ibu, like Guehi's not a guaranteed star at Chelsea. He walks in as a guaranteed star.
Yeah,
There's an argument to say he walks in as a guaranteed start for Man City as well. The only two teams that doesn't walk in as guaranteed start is Liverpool and Arsenal.
And Arsenal, I guess.
But then don't we have to then lean on what you said before, Cal, where you was like, I want us to be the Galacticos of England.
Oh
like,
no, I hear that, but I'm just saying, would he hear that?
But that's what I mean. Wouldn't he also have that feeling where he's like, I want to be a part of this? Liverpool are cooking. Do you get what I mean? Like, why would I want to go to a team that's a bit all over the place and don't quite know what's going on when I can actually go to this team that's cooking? Do you know what I mean? And be a part of this and go and win things and whatnot.
Yeah.
So that's what I would hope that it would. Do you know what I mean? Guehi would be like, well, it's much better to be a squad player in Liverpool's team and win than go Chelsea where it's chaotic as hell. And I don't know if I'm coming or going. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I would hope anyway. Plus, I would hope that because they rejected him, he might have a little bit of like, nah, bun you lot, man. You lot got rid of me. So, you know what I mean? Why am I gonna come back?
Fairs.
That's what I would hope anyway.
Fairs. I hope we still get him. I don't think it's the be all and end all, but I do really hope we get him.
Yeah, I think I think Guehi is a very, very good centre back, right? But I think maybe there's this notion because Ibu might be leaving, it has to be him. Like, there could have been another 6 centre back that maybe we're not thinking of. So I do think, like, yeah, we should get him. However, I don't think Liverpool will be like, oh, we can't get Guehi, then we're just not gonna bother. Like, there will be someone we will be getting. Do you know what I'm saying? Because as we've seen, Leone hasn't made his debut yet. I don't think Leone will make his debut until the cup against Southampton. That's what I think we might see Leone, if I'm being honest. Hopefully we see him, see what he's about. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it remains to be seen. I don't know. But we do lack centre back, so we need to get in another good centre back. Facts. And Virgil won't be around forever either. So
have you seen that clip going around of Virgil looking in man's eyes before he takes the ball off him like a child?
Yeah, he did. He says that's the way of defending. He did that with Jeremy Lynch when he did like an F2 freestyle special with Jeremy Lynch.
He's like Jeremy's like, well, you look at them in the eyes or something. That's like,
that man is just, he's just too good, man.
Virgil crazy, bro.
He's just.
But he's a unicorn of a defender.
What, yeah? I know we all know how good he is, but you know he's so good. Even though we know he's good, even though we appreciate it, even though we're in the moment, in 10 years' time, we're still gonna look back and wish we'd appreciated it more. That's how good he is.
Yeah, no, facts.
I think he's something else, man.
Is he 34 now?
Yeah. Shall I tell you my biggest frustration with Virgil? I wish we had got him directly from Celtic.
Yeah, but you're trying to rewrite time, bro.
No, I'm just being real. I genuinely.
No, of course, obviously, like.
I wish we had him.
I wish we got Salah straight from Basel instead of him having to go around the world. Do you get what I'm saying?
Remember,
you know what? I hear what you're saying, Drift. I actually think Salah needed those games in Italy to refine his game a bit more, though.
I get what you mean.
And I'll be honest, if we had got Salah when we were meant to get him, we win the league that season.
Yeah.
I don't know if we would have got this Salah. The Salah that we got was so ready to just explode on the scene. I don't know if that under Brendan as well. I don't know, boys.
Do you know when I knew Virgil was a fake defender? It was when Celtic played Barcelona, yeah, and I think they lost, yeah.
They lost,
but when I say to you, he was probably man of the match. I've never seen a defender get man of the match and they concede like 5 goals. Bro,
that was the game, Matt, where I was like, that guy needs to be a Liverpool player.
Yeah, like he's insane, bro. Like he's like, there's no weakness.
I'll tell you another player I wanted directly from Southampton as well. Toby Alderweireld.
Oh yeah, we should have got Alderweireld 100%.
Oh, Alderweireld.
Baller.
He was such a good fucking centre back.
Do you know what? I used to think at one point
Him
though,
and
Vertonghen
Nah.
was cold, you know.
The Tongan was good, but Toby was the guy.
They were a great partnership. you
Yeah,
know? They were
facts.
actually a great partnership.
They kind of try to replicate that now with the two centre backs that they have now. They're trying the same kind of.
Romero's nowhere near Toby though.
Nowhere near.
Vic Van der Ven is very good though. I
What's
do rate
this?
Van der
If
Ven.
Konate plays like he has in the last 2 games of the season, I have no issue with him well.
Yeah, Ibu's been clapping back a little bit today.
Bro, what? Hold on. Would love us to renew, but it feels unlikely. The problem is some of you forget too quick. Only after 2 games. Boy.
And he's kind of got a point. Also,
This is what I'm saying when people are crashing out after 2 games saying that he's dead.
I think David Lynch was basically put a quote out basically saying that Konate played brilliant, and I know people are unhappy with the contract situation, but let's not lose sight of how good he's been. And Konate, I think, put a gift saying thank you.
We've been saying this. People, he had a couple
Bro,
of bad games
I'm trying to
and
tell my. But you know what it is, though? I'll be real. So people are gonna do the whole. Glad he's gone.
Is this Anfield sector? Didn't they get rasped up by Mo recently as well?
I think it was.
No, I think that's Anfield edition.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure, man? I think it might have been Anfield sector as well.
Nah, I think it's Anfield edition. You know, because it can't be them. But you know what? It kind of goes to show you, though.
it might be, bro. Hold on.
No. It's Anfield edition. Sure, it's Anfield edition. Yeah, see, them man knows Anfield edition. Not.
What did you lot think of this picture? That just reminded me so much of just Mandem. You know when like everyone's just
playing pro or something, or like,
playing pro or
was this in Burnley?
No. This was when he was on.
This is international duty. You know, international duty. Yeah.
The only thing I'm thinking is get the boys a bigger telly, man. Jeez.
But I like that camaraderie though, man. I like that.
Yeah. That just reminded me of just being with the boys and just playing Football Manager or FIFA or Pro or whatever.
I like that camaraderie, man.
Oh yeah, do you know what? Salah's probably even missing Elliot as well. You know, that was his little apprentice. You know.
Yeah.
He's understudy, innit?
Protege, innit?
That I told you,
right.
Anfield edition.
You're right. It's Anfield edition. Yeah.
I was thinking there's no way they could go and do something else.
You know that means the players are listening and hearing what's being said.
Yeah, bruv. I tried to tell people
again.
Why we crashing out.
I keep on saying the crash out I've seen about Ibu over the last couple of months has been scary, man.
It's crazy.
It really has been scary.
It's mad.
But
yeah,
right. Let's help these supers, boys. Sadiq, but wow, raw.
Is that the real Sadiq?
It is, yeah.
No.
All right, so this is from the morning show, basically, because I
what did you do, bro?
You
crashed out?
No, I didn't crash out. I just basically said, I think I've got the best beard in the community. I said, I'm gonna be real. I said, you, Matt, Sadiq, Gaz, like you got great beards, and Drift, when you grow yours out, you've all got great beards. I think I'm the reason why there's been this boom in beards recently.
Cal, do this.
No.
Do this.
No, bro.
Do that. Just do that.
Brushed it.
All right, are beards overrated?
I used to think like that, but no, they're not.
I bet it's just a beard.
I'm struggling to keep the missus off me at the moment, bro. I'm gonna be real.
Matt, all jokes aside, would you swap your beard for your hairline back?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Well, then 100%. Beards are overrated then.
100% I would.
I don't think
Cal would as well. Cal's lying if he's saying he wouldn't.
God, touch wood, I'm not looking to lose my hairline, bro.
No, Cal would have swapped his hairline for his beard. No chance.
Exactly.
He's already told us that he wouldn't do
exactly.
I'd go Turkey, though. So what are we doing there?
Well, I'm going Turkey next week, blood.
I'll go Turkey, but my hairline will be here when I come back.
No, I'm being real. Listen, beards are calm. Beards are calm, but like, yeah, I wish I had my old hairline, bro. I can't even front, bro. Like, there's no point me capping. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I would, though, you know, Matt. I don't think I would swap my.
No,
bro. I promise you. If you said I had to be clean faced, But
No,
I
not
could
necessarily.
have
No,
my
no, no one
hairline.
says like clean face. Because look at
No,
Cal.
clean face. You're swapping your beard, bro. You can't grow a beard anymore. You're
No,
swapping
but
your
Cal
beard.
hasn't got like a. Look at Cal though.
Bro, that twice, yeah, all right, cool.
No, but you get what I'm saying. Cal hasn't got like a
I
full
don't know
beard
what
though,
that
innit?
shade's all about. I'm just
There's no
saying.
shade. I'm saying, look, Cal hasn't
That
got a
wasn't even
full
shade,
beard.
bro. Man literally put me under the tree, bro.
No,
That's like-
no beard at all, bro. No beard at
But
all.
no one on this show has no beard at
No,
all. though.
I'm not talking about it. I'm saying
That's what I'm
I'm saying
saying.
swap beard for hairline. So what would happen is all of your genes would flip. So you
Cal
see how
just
you
look
went bald?
weird though.
Your beard would go bald and you
What,
get
you
your
ain't even
hairline
got
back.
none of this. You ain't got nothing. That's
Like,
weird.
maybe like 14-year-old bum fluff. Maybe like that, but that's it.
That's a bit weird. No, not like that. You just look weird.
So you keep your beard then?
Yeah. If it's
Oh,
gonna
then
look
you-
like that,
Okay. So you
Yeah.
stay bald and have the beard?
yeah. But what I'm saying is, if there's something that like man can like a little something there, like then I'll go and get my
No beard at all.
no beard, but yeah, that's a bit mad.
The most beard you can have is a Virgil. That's the most beard you can have. Just the tiny little goatee bit there, like what Virgil does.
Man used to rub with that, mate. Ain't that great, bro? The full beard is what the gal them
maybe.
up.
I don't know.
I don't think I would, you know. I don't think I would. I love
don't know.
having a
It's
hairline,
so
but I
weird.
don't
I've
think
been
I
out,
would.
yes, but that's because you've been invited for so. You're kind of used to it now, though. So for you to have that back, like,
No, but don't get twisted, bro. You saw the hairline; it was immaculate, bro. So, like, you know, what I'm
so
saying?
then why wouldn't you want it back then? So you wouldn't want it back.
Because I don't think I could rock the world barefaced forever. Like every day had to be barefaced. Like it is a little bit of like a
No, but even like
You know what I mean?
a little like thing there and a bit. Do you know you could could probably run still. Could probably run.
I'd swap my hairline. I'll swap my beard back for hairline if I could have a goatee. Because if I could still always have the box beard, and have,
I would as well. For a
yeah,
goatee.
then I would do it. Yeah, then I would.
That's
do
what Cal has now.
Used to have.
it.
What Cal used to have.
All right, Cal, do this for a second. Just do that, bro.
You see it, bro.
Bro,
You see it. Bro, I said this earlier on the morning show, bro. Like, I have to keep myself a little scruffy, bro, because if I start shaping up the beard regularly, the mist is gonna pop out number
But
4.
now
bro.
I see why Sadiq said that. I'm not gonna lie, blood.
I never thought I'd say this about Sadiq. He's a hater, bro. He's a hater.
Back in one second.
Sadiq, my brother, but he's a hater. I never thought I'd see Sadiq turn on me like this. He's a hater. You know what it is? We've given Sadiq so much credit over the years, and rightly so because of his beard. And now there's a new beard on the block, bro. He don't like it. He just wants all the attention for himself. I'm outside now, bro. The beard is bearded. Haters gonna hate, man. It's sad to see. It'll be your own. Ali A says Indy got the Baleba thing right before Ornstein credit. Yeah, true. Very true. Makama says if we buy Wharton, who do we start in midfield? Verts, Grav, Sobo, Mac, and Wharton / Baleba. Vert starts, Grav starts, and then someone starts next to Grav.
It's all about having those options, man.
That is, yeah. Very true. Very true, it is.
Pardon me, sir.
Big up to LFC Network. Go and check out what they're doing over on Instagram, doing some great stuff. So big up the panels. Always keep up the good work as always. Inshallah, you reach 40k soon. Big up, brother. It's my birthday today. Please keep. Oh, of course, bro. Happy birthday, my bro. I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday to LFC Network. This is for you, brother. Big up. Have a fantastic birthday, bro. Big up. Jade Activist says Stiller compliments Grav more, in my opinion. Stiller's a shout as well. Stiller is a shout. If we talk about dictators, he's probably the best available dictator on the market, full stop. You'll Never Walk Alone 2.0 says, are we missing Diaz? who would usually attract players and free others. Verts is the guy now to draw players and release the forwards. It will happen. I do think we miss Diaz, personally. I do think we miss Diaz.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think we replaced Diaz, if I'm going to be honest. Shout out to Jay again, says the Matt 1 curse, question mark. Well, I don't know. There's no cow curse anymore. All I know is that's all I know. Man, have got curses.
Oh no, what Matt 1 curse? What's this?
Jay just asks, is there a Matt 1 curse now?
For what? What for what, Jay?
I don't know. Hey, you got to take out with Jay, bro. Ain't no curse around
For
here.
what, Jay? I need to know. What is this, bruv? I
Gang
think
of
it could be a
Deuces.
J curse. I can't lie.
Slot should have brought Rio on a lot sooner than he did, in my opinion. Gakpo is doing the same stuff, cut back post, cross, or get a shot off. So predictable. Yeah, it was. Rosa says, who had the better LFC career out of Naby and Darwin? Also, does Tom know? I think he's hot. I let him know, Rosa.
Yeah, Rosa, we'll let him know. We'll send him the super chat.
We'll let him know. Who had the better Liverpool career, Naby and Darwin?
It's Darwin, but they both won the league, so they both winners. So
yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't know.
I don't even know, bro.
I don't know.
Darwin's contribution is higher than Naby's. Come on, man. He had a season where he got 32 GA. Naby barely even played like 20 games.
I still think it's
Naby in the quad chasing season was very
integral.
good.
Yeah,
when we won the 2 cups,
he still missed a lot of football though during that season.
Probably he was
not that season.
He went to Old Trafford. He went to Old Trafford and slapped down a man of the match performance, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Naby had some good games.
I think it was Naby. I'll be real, but I don't think it matters.
At least they both won the league.
No, exactly.
Ty says, how much was Sharif paid for Cal's intro CGI beard? Wow. Spot the haters.
You know, speaking of beards, just because a couple people wanted to know what my hairline was like, I've just got to clear things up. The hairline was on point, okay? The hairline was on point. Once upon a time, I was doing all right for myself. You know what I mean? Like, it's just how it goes.
Do you know how different? Do you know who you look like there? You look like Oh my!
Don't take it for granted. Is all I'm saying. Don't take it for granted.
I never do.
Do not ever take your hairline for granted. You have no idea when it's about to just disappear on you. You get what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? It is what it is.
I forgot, what's the brother's name? I forgot.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. There's so many things in life that I do think need to be cured, and people need to find cures for. Obviously, cancer and like life-threatening stuff and all that. But I'm not gonna lie. When are they gonna find a cure for male pattern baldness? On a real, like when are men gonna have to stop suffering this fate? I'm not even gonna lie, bro, because no one gives a shit, bro. Matt, you know, no one cares about us, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Between male pattern baldness and incurable diseases, I think it's pretty low on the list, you know.
No, but what I'm saying is, at some point, the bald men need to be cared about. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but it's low on the list, bro.
No one cares, bro. I'm telling you, no.
At some point,
literally
people
cares.
Care about it. You know what I mean?
It's because obviously I reckon it's because you've got the guy in Turkey now. Obviously, you still have to go bald and then get it like fixed up or whatever.
It's a major procedure, you know.
No,
people act like getting that hair transplant is some easy
it's a serious procedure, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's a mad thing.
Procedure can even go wrong as well, you know.
Yeah, bro. You can get infected. Like
infection's best stuff.
Yeah, bro. It's a proper risk, bro.
It's not a thing we just go, I'm going to Turkey, get a hairline, like come back. Like it's not like you have to be careful. Yeah, bro.
It's risky, bro.
You have to make sure you go to the right people. Can't be going to no supermarket and man at the back's like, you do hairlines as well, fam. We do food and hairlines. You know them ones. Man, just pull out the back.
We do food and hairline.
You do the hairline. Bro, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy.
Food and hairline is insane.
Bro, I'm telling you, you have to be careful.
That is crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. You see, you know, what do they call it? It's not a wig. Was it a hair? Is it a hair unit? Is it a hair unit they call it?
Bro, bro.
Would you
You
ever
see
do
them?
a hair
Yeah.
unit for like a? No, Matt. Hear me out. It's your
bro.
wedding day, and you just want to look your
No.
Chris's for that one day.
No, I'm all good, bro. I'm all good. Bruv, I've seen, bruv, they get I'm putting the glue in, bruv, it's like, what? Brother, I would just be bald or go turkey, bro. That like, pick a struggle. Man's getting glue, prick stick. All the
No, but I'm just
sticking in-
talking about wedding photos. Just for that one day, you just look your best.
Nah, man, bruv, I'm telling you, I've seen what they can do, yeah, but nah, I'm all good, man. The missus will love me for me, bruv. I ain't got to go and do that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
if you
fair
got to go
enough.
and do that, yeah, then I think it's a bit of problem.
I'm gonna be real. I don't know if my missus will stay with me if I go bald. I don't know.
I didn't even laugh like
I can be honest with you, lot. You're my brothers, innit? I don't know if she'll stay with me.
He's saying it'll be mad in the dunya.
Bruv, I'm not gonna look
no.
good bald, bro. You man can pull off the bald look. I can't,
Bruv, everyone
But
says that to
you'd
bald
get
people.
used- yeah, you
Do you know? No. I'm. You know what it is, Jim?
Matt-
I'm a line. Everyone will always say to
Matt.
us, "Yeah, baldness suits you." But bro, you've never been bald. You don't know what it's like, bro.
Matt. Next time you go barbers,
Mm.
I just want you to pull Vinny aside and
Yeah.
ask him, "What's Cal's head shape like? Could he run with the bald look?"
Pause. Big pause on that.
Watch his reaction. He might not even answer you. He might just laugh, bro. He might just laugh. You see how Calvin Drift? You see how my brother pulls off the bald look? Like he's cool bald. Like he's got a head shape for it. Not me, bro. I weren't blessed with that.
No, I must admit there is like a you know what I mean, like a you do
I know
have to
you're
have
gonna
a
say.
very circumference.
I don't. What Drift wants to say is
yeah.
there's a couple of people that look like alien xenomorph.
My head shape ain't suited for baldness.
They got the long body Mondeo. Or the Volvo.
My head wouldn't do. I'd be
I'm
in so
bald.
much trouble.
I shouldn't even laugh because I'm bald. You know, it's peak, you know, but it's, bro, I'm telling you. You see, like, all jokes aside, you see baldness, yeah?
Just imagine you, man. This is me. This would be me, you, man.
My days.
No, the
Nah.
real. This would be me, you, man.
But we'll get used to it,
bro.
man.
No,
This
you'll
would
get
be
used to
me,
it, though,
you,
for real.
man.
You'll get used to it. Trust me.
No, I don't think my missus would get used to it. But it's like,
No, it's not. All right, I will say this though. All jokes aside, I will say this. As men, as we all like mature and even our faces mature, I will say this though. All jokes aside, I do think like if you do go bald, obviously it takes getting used to if you got like a young face. But I feel like for like maturer people, it kind of does suit them. If that makes you get what I'm saying, Jeff. Like obviously, if someone goes bald, like bless them, whether they've got issues or just me being serious, when they've got issues, whatever, alopecia or something, that's serious, isn't it? Where like when you're younger, it does look. No, Cal, you're laughing. I'm being dead. No, this ain't funny, bro.
No. You're laughing at
Shonte,
Shonte, yeah, Shonte.
What?
Called man Jada
Jada
Pinkett Callum and stuff.
Bro, man.
No, but you know what? Jada Pinkett's got a good head shape. There's nothing wrong with her head shape.
I'd be in so much trouble. I told you, man, if I genuinely start losing my hair, I'm going Turkey or one of them places in London. I'm gonna do it. I have to.
But all jokes aside, yeah, like I don't even know how we even got this conversation, but no one's got like big pause. No one's got the perfect head shape. Pause. Like no one like there's no person out there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like all jokes aside, like
some people, you both are calm bald. Both of you have.
You
got
say
head
that,
shape.
but that's only because you just know us. Like if that makes sense. Like I feel like
you would have definitely prayed for me if when you knew I was about to go and lose that hairline that I used to have. You would definitely be like, oh no, shit, yeah, this is
exactly. Remember,
you know what I mean? Like you would have.
When I met Drift. When I met Drift, yeah, Drift still had his hairline.
I had that immaculate hairline.
I used to get fade, bro. I used to get fade. I could get level 2 fade. I had a forward hairline.
Matt, do you know what's mad, yeah? I remember the day when you got in my car, yeah?
And then one day my hairline just said, me give up. No, I'm done.
No, remember, this is the first time and you was like, yo, what's it feel like when you realize you actually have to like give up on your hairline. And I was like, why are you asking me that? He's like, bro, I'm scared I'm going down that road. I remember you got I remember
Yeah,
you
bro.
asked
I
me.
was, bro.
I remember, it was
'Cause I
about 10
remember-
years ago. Like,
So I
and
tell
I
you what it is.
remember,
All
bro.
jokes, yeah, I tell you what it is. All jokes aside, yeah. Like this is me giving a real story now. So one of the reasons why I think I genuinely went bald is because I got a ringworm from one old barbers that I used to go to, and I remember when I got the ringworm, my hair kind of never really recovered. I had one side that was a little bit. So you see, when you used to get line up, there was one side that was weaker, and it was where the ringworm was quite strong, and it never recovered, bro. I'm being dead for real now. And
I still think male pattern baldness would have just happened. Like, I
No.
don't think
But
that
you
would've-
could, even when I used to get trim, like when I obviously changed barber, or whatever. My dad has to go. Yeah. Anyway, we won't go into that. But yeah, when I used to get shape up, yeah, even my new barber would be like, oh, like I can see like the front needed, like the left bit is like a bit weaker. It's like, did something happen? And I was just like, I had ringworm like a couple months ago, and like it never really recovered, bro. All jokes aside. But yeah, man. No, I didn't sue the barber, but yeah, it got
It happens to the best of us, man.
It got dealt with. That's all I would say. It got dealt with. So
I knew mine was gonna happen because my dad was bald, and it normally comes from your dad's side. So I knew.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah.
I knew I wasn't gonna escape it. You know what I mean?
You
You know what? The one thing I wish I could ask God is why don't the sides go as well? Like, if you're gonna take my hair, just take it all.
It's peak. It's peak.
No, real talk. If you're gonna take my hair,
Look
just
at
take
Cal.
all of it.
Look at Cal. See, look at that. Hairline privileges. Look at these brothers there with the hairline privilege.
No, shall I
That's
tell
why
you,
laugh.
because that would be a mad, of all the questions you could ask God, that would be a mad one to ask.
It would be one of them. It would be one of them. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but I'll be real though. The sides
Like,
always
just take it
grow
all.
back. Yeah, the sides.
Because I still have to go and get a haircut, but I'm bald. It's a boy thing. God boyed
It's maintenance,
it.
you know.
That's one of them things where you're like, yeah, he boyed it. He boyed me. You know,
it's
what I mean?
maintenance, you know. If not, you're gonna have a wing back and bare space in the middle. You're gonna have wing back. You're gonna have fring pong and Kirkes and just bare, just bare.
And they don't know about the midnight shadow. It's jarring.
Nah,
as
they
hell,
really
bro.
don't. They don't know about.
They don't know about the midnight shadow, bro.
So I'm
it's
saying.
crazy, but
They
it
don't
is
know
what
about
it is, man.
Look at Cal trying not to laugh. Hairline.
Hey,
privilege.
Scraps, I
Them-
might even do
them
that. I'm
boy.
never gonna lie. That actually might be what I go and get done.
I think I might go Turkey. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I'll see.
No, I think I might laser it. So just so the sides don't grow back. And then I just don't have to get a haircut anymore. So it'll be cool.
I hear that as well. I hear that.
We'll see. Big up all the hairline man them though. Don't take that shit for granted, like I said.
For real.
I bet this is Dean, you know. God, don't listen to them, man. Bold. Degree.
First they do a stream with a filter, you know.
Dean, you know. I bet that's
It's definitely
You know the
I can just tell
Snapchat
from the way
filter?
he's talking. Big up Dean.
When
I know
it
it's Dean. I can
gives
tell
you
from
the
how he's
afro.
talking. And big up Just as well. I don't think it's Just. I think
Big
it's
up
Dean.
Fabs, man. Go subscribe to
Yeah,
Fabs.
big them up each and every time. Bro,
I know that's Dean for sure.
it's dark. I'm telling you, it's dark.
No, I'm not gonna lie. If Cal came in with a Snapchat filter, and that would be hilarious.
I would do
Bro,
it.
yeah, that'd be crazy. I can't lie.
You know, if I go Turkey, I'm coming back with something, boys. You know I am. They know I'm going Turkey and not coming back with something enhanced, bro.
Just make sure you go to the right place, though.
Yeah, of course. I might just get them to touch up the hairline just while I'm out there, bro. Why not?
Nah, you don't need to mess with it if it ain't broken.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
then you
I'm
might
saying.
do too much and then it's
Yeah,
problems.
it's true. Yeah. If
You
I
know them ones
reverse-
that you try to ask for too much and then it's just bare mad.
Or you might end up looking like Jamie Foxx before he corrected it. Do you remember when his hairline looked mad?
Yeah, it's
Bro,
like that,
do you know
innit?
who was one of the
Yeah,
first
like
people
what was
to
that
get-
all about? He had
Bro,
the maddest hairline.
Do you know
It
who's
was
actually got a
crazy.
messed up one and they went and got it done and it still looks messed up to this day? The most
Rooney.
No, it kind of looks back to normal now. It kind of
not Rooney. No. LeBron.
Oh yeah. But LeBron got it done when it weren't good. That's why.
Yeah, this is what I was gonna say. LeBron done it too early, bro. And I kid you not, you look at it and go, brother, you like what? You could have like got way better than that. It's crazy. But yeah.
Shout out to You Never Walk Alone 2.0. Says Haaland barely touches the ball. Sometimes patience. That's regarding Ekatika. That's very true.
Yeah.
Omar says Drift Mo has a whole new front line with the loss of Jota. Not completely whole new. Gakpo's still there as well.
Yeah.
Big up to
Yeah,
Uncle
yeah,
Rod.
yeah,
I
yeah.
subscribe to his channel. Says, "Nah, Man City need to sit down. He is coming to LMC regarding Guehi." Big up Uncle Roz.
You got Uncle
Eastwood
Roz.
says, "Just so you know, players do watch football podcasts. A current player on the team said that they watch Kopish. No lie, that is true. I actually know that.
That's
for a
true.
fact,
I
yeah.
know one player for certain that does watch it.
Yeah. Drift with a fringe says, Wagwan Drift. Hope you boys had a good show. Big up yourself.
We got
Ty says, does it hurt brushing your jawline? Soon get a rash. Hater again, another hater.
That
hater.
is crazy.
wow.
I'd hate. Wow. The Bun Cows Beard Committee. Wow. I hate your beard.
Bro.
I hate your beard, bro. Dude.
This must be Sadiq. That's gotta be Sadiq.
No.
We
Jade
got
Atkins
Uncle Grizz
says
in the
this is
building.
like,
What going, Grizzy?
Miami Heat into what you talking about? What the players fitting in?
yeah, all the
Balls, like in terms of like LeBron and Bosch and Wade and figuring it out. Yeah, I guess so. You could put it like that. Yeah, figuring it out. Yeah, you could say that, Jay. That's a
Was that the
yeah.
year
Jay
when
said
I
that to me
was?
before.
Was that the year
You
when
know.
I was in America when they lost the playoffs to Dallas?
Yes.
When it was
Yeah, because
Wade,
they lost to Dallas. Yeah, they lost to
Wade,
yeah, they did.
LeBron, and
Yeah. Or was that 2011? Is that what
I think
2010 or 2011?
yeah, it was one of them.
One of them.
Because I was in Miami when they lost to Dallas.
Oh yeah, Jay's saying yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
That was when Nowitzki was going on bad, boy.
Bruv, Nowitzki was this. Bruv, man's like 7 foot shooting jumpers like Kobe, you know, fadeaway
Yeah.
freeze, bro. Crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, being in Miami when they lost was dark. Like
I was gonna
yeah.
say, bro.
Yeah, it was dark.
big up to El Silva, who's just become a member as well.
Big
Jay
up,
also
big up.
says Matt just went to go eat his fast, man.
Huh?
His fast, man. Just went to.
I think that was when he came off the camera, he means.
Oh.
Wait, you thought I went to go get food?
Martin says
Oh, this is
Prime
getting
Barnes
mad.
or Prime Gerard, who was better? I never got to watch Prime Barnes.
I never watched Prime.
Yeah, none
Barnes.
of us got to see that. But from
Totally
what people
don't.
have said, I think it's a very close competition.
Barnes was a bad boy, though.
Mm.
Jade actually says, "Raw Drifty was John B."
They don't know about.
Man said John B. You know.
Shane says
Hey,
that
that's
picture was
old
in
school R&B
2021.
right there.
The follicles evacuated like a fire drill. Raw.
No, that picture was in 2021. I said, guys, you saw me in 2021.
Yeah.
I would have been rocking that hairline proud.
The bun cow's beard committee says cow uses a toothpick to comb his bum fluff beard. That's a real hater, you know. That's a real hater. I get it. I've created a new movement. Elvis was hated when he first came out in the scene as well, but yeah, it's what it is. Jay says cow has a ski ball head. Yeah, my head shape is crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Pause again, but yeah. Matt with no beard says, "I'm
Bro,
looking
what
good
the hell is that picture, bro? What kind of AI mad thing is that?
That's crazy."
That is mad. I don't
That
know
looks
what's going on there.
Crazy, bro. I can't
Omar
even lie.
says, "Cal, want to imagine it use a bald Snapchat filter?" No, I'm not even going to do that just so I don't put it in the atmosphere. If I'm going to be honest,
That picture's scary, bro. AI
You'll
is
never walk alone.
scary.
2.0 says, "If LFC win the Champions League and Premier League, Cal goes bald." No, I dye my hair red, but I'm not going bald.
I don't think you can make it into your 30s without male pattern baldness kicking in. So I think you're all right, Cal. Like maybe by the time you're 70, maybe just from old age. But normally, male pattern baldness has got you by 30. No one makes it past 30 with hair if they've got it in their gene. No one. So I think
Yeah,
you'll be all right.
I think you're right. I think you're
You'll
right.
be all right, bro.
Let's
all
not
right.
tempt fate, though, innit? Ty says Matt made sure he put a baby in the missus before the hairline went. She's stuck now. Cal moved like Endo. He can be bald. That she ain't going no.
You lot gang, Ty's gang.
No, you know what?
I
Ty's got a
swear.
point. Ty's actually got a point. You lot secured the family. She can't just leave because you're bald now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
But I'm not gonna lie. If someone leaves you because you're bald, that is crazy, though.
I'm not gonna lie.
can't
I wouldn't
lie.
even really hate on Iona if she left me because I went bald, bro.
That's crazy. I
It's
can't
some
lie.
madness under this hair, bro. I'm not
This
gonna
man's
lie.
bald, you know. You're leaving.
Yeah, because she didn't sign up for this, boys. She didn't sign up for this. She's known me with all my
I
life.
really
in
said
hair,
something
like.
and that would have got us in trouble.
Yeah, she wouldn't have signed up for that. I'd
Yeah, but-
I'd actually feel it for her. I'm not gonna lie.
I've got to make sure I say it correctly. There's a lot of things though that happen down the line. There's a lot of things you might not have potentially signed up for. That's what I'm gonna say, and I'll leave it there. See how Kyle went on screen there. You know they once their drift. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, people. To the man, gal, if you know, you know. That's all I'm saying. But everyone is thinking it. Oh, 100%. I just said it. I don't care. You know the ones that I don't care, bro. But anyway, Cal's literally gone because he's shook. Big up Kadir. Small
No, I
donation.
think he's laughing. Didn't Cal come off camera because he
Yeah,
was
I
laughing? I thought he was laughing.
I don't know. You trying to recover, innit? I don't know. You
Yeah,
right,
see
bro?
how he was laughing. I told you he was laughing.
Oh, you didn't want to be associated with the comment. Bro, it's all right, man. It's all right, bro. It's all right, bro.
Like I said, I just want to know why God left the sides, man.
It would be you to say something, get it back.
I'm just saying, innit? I'm just saying. Everyone was thinking it. I just said it, innit? It's one of them ones. I love my missus and my kids. I'm just making that abundantly clear. I love my missus and my kids. I'll be nothing without them. Just I want to make that abundantly clear. I am nothing without them. They are my world. They know this already. And this didn't even need to caveat this either. But I'm just making sure because there's probably bare snakes in this chat that are gonna try and do something. I'm just making sure she knows and they know. They are the love of my life. And that's where I'll leave it there. But we move.
But there's a possibility you trade them for a hairline.
Oh man.
Oh my days. Nah, bro. I'm not gonna lie, fam. You lot, I might be sleeping on the couch, and not only that, I think I'm gonna sleep with one eye open still. Can't lie.
That's funny.
Oh, well, I
bro.
guess it's PS5 all night tonight, I guess. No, them ones there. Don't even get the call. Babe, I'm going to bed. Just nothing. Baby, you going to hear the door close. Boom. Baby, you going to bed? Babe, do you want anything? Nah, I'm good.
You go to get in the bed, bro, but there's no pillowcases on your side, bro.
Innit?
You're getting it in, love.
Do you know how vindictive that is? Like,
Bruv, I'm telling you. Nah, it's peak, bruv. Big up, big up with the people that's been in a relationship. Trust me, man. Sometimes it can get a bit techie. Get mad techie, bro.
oh man.
Oh,
Big
man.
up to Kadir. It says small donation for the trip to Turkey. Big up yourself, Kadir. Hope you're well, bro. Omar says, my dad and mum family's side dessert on the top. I'm effed. Ooh.
Yeah. No, I think it's the dad's side, so that'll be the one. I don't think it comes through the mum side. I think it comes through the dad's side.
Yeah.
So yeah. But if he's got it on the mum and the dad's side, there's no way out of that. Yeah, that's completely like.
Ty says, why don't the sides go and the top stays?
I don't know why. It just sounds mad. You can't even.
It's kind of true,
So
though, isn't it?
basically, man will be like Wesley Snipes in Demolition Man.
I'm not gonna lie, that would work out quite well for me, innit? Because my hair
You're like Mr. T. No, but the thing is, you're not gonna get a fade.
It would work out.
It won't be
Yeah,
a fade
yeah,
though. It'll be a step.
Yeah,
It'll be a step. It'll be
Yeah.
straight from
Yeah.
Nah,
bald to just yeah. Look,
Vinny.
mad, bro.
You know what? It would be better than the side staying in the top guy. It would be better. It would.
Remember when El Haj? Remember El Haj?
He had the
With the
worst
step.
haircut going, man.
Bruv, with a step. Ah, bruv, it was Pete. No fade.
Oh boy. AJ Knows Ball says, big up Cal, Matt, and Drift. I heard what you said about Chiesa. I'm going to cook you on EAFC as a result. AJ Knows Ball is the Chiesa Defense League. Literally,
He is.
the
Big
Chiesa
him up, though.
Defense
Big him
League.
up. Big him up. He is.
Alright, big up our brother in the chat, Grizz Khan in the
Aye.
building.
Big up Grizz
like,
each and
Grizz
every time. Come on.
Big up yourself, Grizz, bro. Rosa said, don't forget Matt chose KFC over LFC winning Europa.
Bro,
No, that's not true.
did you?
Look.
Did I really? What kind of question is that? You shouldn't even ask me that. Look at Rosa just
How with no
stirring
hair.
again.
The Avengers are here. Guys, look at that picture. That's dark.
Bro, the AI is scary, you know.
But bro, I don't think there's anything wrong with that though.
Brother, look at it, Drift, man. Look
I'm
at
not
Matt's
gonna lie.
face, bro. Look at Matt's
know-
face. He's not even struggling to hold it together, bro.
You know what he looks like?
I look a state, bro.
You know, yeah, he looks like Drift.
I look like,
Oh, here it goes.
I look like a thumb.
Keenan and Kel. It's like Keenan.
I look like a
Keenan.
thumb, bro. I
You look like
that.
Keenan, you know, from
I
Keenan and
look
Kel.
like
Yeah.
that. That's what I look like. I look like a thumb.
I don't even
You
think
look
it looks bad, to be honest.
That'd be a dark day.
Drift's not
Dean
being
says,
Drift's not being a real friend.
Gents, question: why is it in press conferences people don't ask the right questions? Ask the right questions like poor tactics, Salah favoritism, etc. Are they rigged? They don't want their press passes revoked.
To be removed.
Yeah.
You can ask questions to a degree, but we all know if you like. Let me give an example. Let's say somehow we got press passes, right? To go to big up Cal. Cal's dead, been there.
It's
right?
a whole nother world around now.
Cal can't just say like. Let's say for example, we lost the game, and Virgil gave away a penalty. Cal can't just say something like, Virg, yep, Kopish, so Virg, like, what was going through your mind when you decided to give away that foul? Like, what made you make that challenge? You're normally quite a reserved defender, but this time you decided to be aggressive. But Virgil probably boxed the mic out of Carl's hand, and they'll be calling security.
When I
No,
asked,
to be fair, I think you asked that question quite well.
Yeah, but that's me even trying to like tippy-toe around what you like. You know,
Yes.
you have to be.
Yeah.
You can't really ask
questions.
Yeah.
He looked me up and down and says, "Who are you?" With a straight face, bro. He said, "Who are you?"
They do get asked a lot of questions.
They do, and they have to be careful. All jokes aside, though, they have to be careful, though.
He
Like
did 3 interviews before me, bro. It wasn't loads, bro. He just up and down. I was a new face, and he just looked me up and down and says, "Who are you?"
I'm gonna be.
But
honest,
he might have done a couple in the back, you know, like down in the chamber.
he
You know what I
didn't.
mean? Like they do have to do a lot.
Excuse me.
It's a different
This
world out
picture-
there. If you ask questions like that, your access get revoked quick.
I'm gonna be honest. This picture is horrific. It makes me look like
Um,
something wrong.
Matt with no
It
beard
doesn't
said,
even look like you.
This is
we
what I'm.
are-
It doesn't look like me. It looks like someone's not right, bro.
"We are winning the league, lads." I agree with that. Jay says, "We saw Man United played the onside trap Amorim." Big
Yeah,
up
that was
Imran,
good, man.
member for 61 months. Big up Imran.
Big
All right,
up,
big
big
up
up.
Imran each and every time.
But big up my bros and Misha always. Cow with no hair says, "I feel like Megamind about to do something evil." Yeah, look, it's crazy, but I've got a lot on my mind there, bro. Jada Activist says, "In the US, they ask tough questions." Yeah, but you lot in the States are built different, man.
No,
You
they
know-
Americans like to antagonize the sportsmen. Like they go out of their way to trigger them. Like you can actually tell that they're trying their best.
You
to
ask them
trigger
some proper like questions.
Matt,
You're like, brother,
what's that basketball player's name where that meme is going around where he's just like
Russell
proper
Westbrook.
like
Russell
it's
Westbrook.
oh is that who it is? Yeah, you know that
Yeah.
meme that everybody uses where he's like
Yeah. He literally goes, "What the f are you talking about, man?" Like that.
Yeah,
What are you talking about, man?
It's like they go out of their way. They actually go out of their way.
Bro, don't you remember when Klopp started getting a few tough questions? He started to run about himself, bro. Like,
Yeah, he
But
did,
you know
he
what's so
did.
mad though? It's kind of worse in NBA because they're going to the locker room, bro. So
yeah, that's
like,
crazy.
remember the game's just finished. Like you're getting checked, bro.
Yeah, you can't catch man in his boxer
Yeah,
shorts
so-
asking man
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
game.
So
That's
it'll be
madness.
like so Virgil, or I don't know, like so Salah, like you missed the penalty. Like again, another missed penalty. Are you considering maybe the penalty taker should be changed? You know, like that's mad stuff, bro. That's what they do in NBA, bro.
Yeah, that's wild, isn't it?
Yeah, that'd be too
Kinda
much.
mad.
That'd be too much.
Bro.
But boys, before we go, is there anything you want to tell the people before we go? Anything you guys got coming up? We've got
Tomorrow Champions League, people. So make sure you're there or be square.
Well, we
Champions
got
League.
preview. We got preview tomorrow at some point.
Yes. We
Because
have
the game's on Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah, our game's Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be doing. What am I doing tomorrow? That's it. Real Madrid,
Big up,
Marseille, and then on Thursday, Newcastle, Barca. And I think Barca are gonna absolutely. I won't even say what I want to say. They're gonna mash out Newcastle. That's on Thursday. That's the one I think Newcastle are gonna get. Yeah, mash out.
Yeah, my one's quite intriguing. Napoli City. That's gonna be a very intriguing game. Napoli City on Thursday. So make sure you're there. Who said what?
Nah, that is crazy.
Imran, we can't read that.
Imran, we can't even read that, bro.
Yeah, Imran, I'm not gonna lie.
That is mad. Let's try and ignore that. So yeah, basically, tomorrow you got Champions League games tomorrow. You got drifting games. What drift you do? What game you doing tomorrow, Drift? What game? Let's not even act like we saw that.
Tomorrow is Arsenal. The Arsenal.
You're doing that's a drifting Arsenal game. I'm doing the Madrid game, and then on Thursday I'm doing the Newcastle Barca. You doing a game on Thursday as well, Drift? Are you doing? Yeah, Man City, innit? Yeah, Napoli City. So yeah, people, you got your Champions League games. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, that's mad still. That's crazy.
Big up to Wara, says big up the Kopish guys, love the show. Big up yourself, hope you're well.
Big up, man, big up. Yeah, Imran, that was wild, G. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
That's a red card. Or it's a suspension.
It's a 10-game suspension, bro.
Yeah, 10 games.
The FA's involved in everything with that one.
FIFA involved. FIFA.
And you know the wickedest thing is, yeah.
Chill, bro.
Nah, bro.
Dean thirsty as hell, bro.
Hold on, what did Dean say? Hold on.
Dean be like this.
That brother's starving.
Hold on, what have I missed? How did I miss it?
Dean, that was too thirsty, bro.
Dean is first. That brother's starving.
That brother is starving.
Martin says the Sobo start versus Atletico and does SKC.
Yeah, I see it.
And would you rest Verts, play Sobo, play Frimpong at right back? Martin, bro, we're gonna answer these ones in the preview tomorrow, brothers.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. We'll answer that, but we'll answer them tomorrow.
And big up another fellow bald brother. Big up.
Innit, big him up.
Although, guys, did you know, that there's actually a law? Did you know that there's been a law passed that you actually can't tease a man now about being bald because it's seen as harassment? So
I didn't know that.
Swear down.
Like in a work environment, you're not allowed to tease men about being bald anymore. Yeah,
no one can do. Ha, you're bald, like kind of thing.
Little bit of justice, you know what I'm saying?
Get into an argument with your manager, and your man just like, shut up, you're bald.
No, but let's be real. If you're having an argument, there's a 90% chance they will go, "You bald prick." You know there is, bro.
That normally is the line, like that you maybe would hear. Like,
that would be crazy. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If someone said that to me, then never said that to me.
We got Ram in the building as well. And look, people, we'll be back tomorrow for the live match preview. So make sure you join us there, and also make sure you head over to Matt and Drift's Big Up channels and follow what they're doing over there. Big up Benjamin. He says, "Big up, lads. Big up yourself, Benjamin. Hope you're well. Big up. And look, Liverpool aren't playing great, but we're still top of the league. And with any luck tomorrow, Liverpool Football Club might be seeing Alexander Isak make his debut for the Reds. Don't know about you."
خلاص كله شوف.
It's not a bad way to start the week, boys. People, until we see you again, smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel. Stay safe, stay blessed, and we'll Kopish around people. Take care.
Take care, people.